because I haven't got the microphone in front of my mouth. That does help, doesn't it? Yes, hello, welcome to Circle Makers TV, the only Circle Makers TV channel that interviews Circle Makers and is a TV channel. So, if you get your head around that one. The guest tonight is with us, and we're going to go across to the seat now and see what they've got to say for themselves. So, Circle Maker on the seat. Hello. How are you? Right, well, are you going to reveal who you are for us? Oh my god, it's Jesus. Jesus, you can't come on this show. This is not a religious program. It's not Sunday evening, this is Wednesday evening. So I'm afraid you'll have to just fuck right off. Yes, just out. Nice arse, by the way. Well, so we seem to have these problems each week. I don't know why, but maybe if we if I clench really hard and count to 3, something will drop out of the hat. Let's have a look. Have we got a Circle Maker? Hello, Circle Maker.
Hello.
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 Take a seat, sir. Have you forgotten your wine already?
I have.
We'll have to bring it in for you then.
It's gone already.
Right. Well, whilst we retrain the camera, you see we've got loads of staff here. It's me doing this. How's the sound coming through, everybody? Are we getting any noise and crackle, or can you hear us quite clearly this week, hopefully? My mic is a little bit quiet, I've been told, but let's see if we can work that one out. There you go. How's that? So, Circle Maker on the seat with the invisible head. How are you?
Pretty good. Thank you very much.
Just don't take off the rest of your mask, because I think it'll frighten everybody when they find out that you don't actually have a head. So, well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Have you been watching the show so far?
I have.
Yes. What do you think?
Very good.
Oh, that's good. Well, you can get paid later on then. We'll get MI5 to send the checks out pretty soon, honestly. But right, would you like to tell us your Circle Maker name?
My Circle Maker name is Dr.
Yes.
P.I.
Yes.
Staker.
P.I. Staker.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Dr. P.I. Staker, very nice to see you. And would you describe yourself as a prolific circle maker, somebody who's made quite a few circles?
Well, I've kind of made a few. Not too many, but, you know, enough. Okay, enough. Yeah,
well, we'll get on to some of what we can mention, if that's good with you. But before we do that, we should really sort of look into your background a little bit and find out how you did come to work for an intelligence department on Millbank in London. I mean, you know, how you came to Wiltshire. So, can we ask a little bit about your background? You know, sort of, how did you come to find out about crop circles?
Well, originally, I left school, and I think it was perhaps 1990 when I actually originally saw some of the crop circles being made in the area. I lived quite close to Glastonbury, which was a good town for me to go to see some of the pictures of crop circles being made. It really intrigued me of the designs. Yeah.
When was this? When would you put that back? Sorry.
Well, yeah, it's about 20 years ago now.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was 91.
But yeah, about 1991, 1992.
Yeah. Similar time to when I got involved, really, 91.
Yeah. So yeah, I saw the designs and thought they were amazing. I was doing artwork at the time. I was an artist. Yeah, I was doing lots of drawing. I even experimented. I went out into a field and stomped a circle myself. You know, it was pretty primitive.
Mm.
No tape measure, no rope, just a circle.
Right.
Nobody noticed it, but you know, it was good.
And you say people noticed it. Did they take photos of it from the air?
No, nobody noticed it.
Oh, sorry, nobody noticed it. Oh, sorry, I thought you said people noticed it.
No,
Sorry.
no one noticed it. It was a one-off. You know, I experimented. I was doing a bit of art at the time.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Well, that's a good way to start it if you're an artist, isn't it? But what were your feelings when you first started doing this? Did you believe? Did you think it was a paranormal thing? And because I mean, obviously, making one is yeah. You thought it was paranormal, but you tried it out. So what were you trying to do then back then?
I was trying to create what I thought was something that was based on my belief, which was perhaps made by beings beyond my belief. I had some strange dreams of aliens.
You mentioned a bit about that.
Very strange dreams. I wouldn't say alien abduction dreams, but
Right.
I saw some beings in my dreams over a period of, I don't know, a few months, reoccurring dreams of the same beings.
Right. You mentioned something about some of these. It sounded quite interesting. Is it sort of? Do you want to come to it a bit later on and talk about it?
Yeah, we'll come to that a bit later. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come back to that one then. And so you had a sort of a grounding in the weird then, really, and that brought you on to the subject. I mean, how did you find out about crop circles themselves? Did you read about it in a book, or did you see it on TV? How did you come to the subject?
Well, because like I said, I lived near Glastonbury. I saw it in the shops. I saw the books. The old school, the old Led Zeppelin crop circle, which was in Eastfield.
Right.
Long time ago.
We were mentioning about that.
I'd seen this, and I kind of forgot about it for years, and I'd carried on doing my artwork, and little did I know, I was, my subconscious was doing artwork based around perhaps the circles that I'd seen, or
strange noise. Is that somebody's mobile phone making a wee noise? Does anybody's phone make a noise like that? That was a bizarre sound.
That was a very bizarre sound, isn't it?
Okay. Oh well, as long as it's not exploding here. Right. Okay. Don't worry about it too much. I'm sure it's not a problem. But we should maybe mention to people some guests that come on the show. They actually come on and show us their faces and give us their names. Now, some guests we have on, it's a bit easier for them to remain a little bit anonymous, because there's certain people do come along and create problems for people who come out with their names and this sort of stuff. So you've chosen to sort of do this with the unusual name of Dr. P Staker, and you've got your mask on. Do you think there's anybody out there that might recognise you? Have you sort of returned the crop circle pubs and things?
I think there is.
You think that somebody might sort of work out who you are?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, how many times have you gone to the barge and things like that?
I've never been to the barge in my life.
Oh, right, okay.
Yes.
Is it any reason why you haven't gone? Are you sort of
I haven't had the time, and
planning to.
Usually if I go to a pub, I get drunk. So
this is where I forget that the camera's on me. Sorry.
I know.
Right, we go back to you.
Well,
now.
that's okay. So
the wonder of the buttons you can push. You see. Yes. Okay. Have you ever been to the Silent Circle Cafe? Anywhere like that?
No.
You're not missing much.
I haven't heard. Sorry, did you say Silent Circle Cafe?
Yes, Silent Circle Cafe.
Silent Circle Cafe.
Yeah, not very silent. about
No, not very silent.
telling
at
the
all.
wrong side of the story, but yeah. Yeah. So you haven't been inclined to go there either then?
Not at all.
Right. So, what sort of contact have you had with... Do you need your wine? Diazepam, please. Nurse. Right. So where have you been then in relation to crop circles, and
Where have I been?
Who have you spoken to over the years then? Any big figure names that you've kind of met up with?
Oh, in the crop circle fraternity.
Crop circles, researchers?
Oh, well, that would be good. I think that would be telling. I can't really tell anybody who I've talked to or...
Okay. But you've spoken to a few over the years?
I've spoken to a few over the years, yes.
Right. What did they have much to say to you, or did you tell them of your involvement, and were they supportive or dismissive of you as a circlemaker?
I've told a couple of people who I thought were crop circle researchers, or I would say friends. But then all of a sudden, you know,
the inevitable
happened and things backfired.
Yeah.
So
the usual "fuck you,"
which
you
is
fucking
the
Nazi.
which is the reason why I am as I am now.
Right. Probably wise.
Very wise, yes.
Probably wise. Yes. We all know what goes wrong when we do it the other way. But let's give you a breather for a second, and you can go and get your wine if you want. I'm just going to give a little bit of information about the show. And just basically, if anybody wants to Skype in, we do have a Skype address, and you can Skype the show on CirclemakersTV. So type that in as a contact for Skype. And if you want to chat in this channel, if you scroll down the web screen that you're on in livestream.org, there's a little chat window, and if you go there and start typing in, you may have to log in, but I think it might take anonymous as well, but you can type questions in and people will respond to you. So that's scroll down a little bit. And if you weren't aware, we do have a little website which keeps you abreast of what's going on and when the next show is going to be, and that is www.circlemakerstv.org. So log on to those and start typing, and if you want to come on the show, and that means you can Skype us with a microphone and a webcam, we can get you on the show, and you can actually speak to our guest, sorry, I'm playing you down there, Dr. P I Staker. Yes. So yes. Oh, right, I see. And we've got questions are in colour, we've been told in the channel. So either you have to make them in colour or the questions are in colour. And, right, so without further ado, let's get back over to Dr. P. Staker. So, we've been a little bit through your background. So, we haven't talked much about your belief in the paranormal, because you're a bit of a believer in things like spiritualism and stuff like that, or you used to be. Is that correct to say?
Yes, yeah.
Hang on a sec, let me just fade your mic up. There you go.
Okay.
Sorry about that. There you go.
Yeah, I would say about 15, 20 years, well, maybe 20 years ago, I was introduced to spiritualism. And, you know, I'd done a psychic development circle. You know, I saw many things. I seen things fly around the room.
Really?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
What do you think about that? I mean, that must have shook you up.
It did a little bit. You know, I was taught things by my so-called teacher. But yeah, we all work on a psychic level, and I know now that, you know,
right,
it's time to shut things down.
Time to shut things down. That's an interesting statement. Go on then. What? In which way? Do you mean with crop circles, or
in a spiritual way? Yeah.
For yourself?
For myself.
You need to disconnect slightly.
Disconnect. Well, I've been disconnected for a while now.
Right.
So yeah, I kind of moved on from that aspect, and I was shut down for a few years, and I started off my artwork again.
Right.
But I was brought back into it.
I see what you mean. Being shut down in terms of your own ability to perceive the spiritual realm. Right. So you become slightly disconnected from it rather than... I see what you mean.
Exactly, yeah. I was disconnected. And
yes.
So, yeah, I started off my artwork again. You know, very interestingly, I moved into an area where crop circles were being made.
Right.
And I didn't actually know, personally, that it was a prolific area for crop circle makers or, you know, anything that was happening at the time. So yeah, it was
we've
very
got
good journey at the time.
Right. Somebody in the channel, the chat channel, is asking, disconnected by whom? Who the spirits disconnected you?
Oh no, personally, a personal disconnection.
You decided yourself?
Oh yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, personal disconnection. Like I said, I got into spiritualism. I went down a route where it was acceptable, interesting, and then I saw through it.
Mm. You saw through the spiritualism?
I did, yeah.
So not everything was real there then?
Not everything was real.
You still believe in some of it though?
I believed in a lot of it, and some of it I disbelieved.
Mm.
So I was confused. But
Okay.
then again, it's,
right, okay. Carry on. I'm just...
Then again, I carried on with my artwork. You know, I'd done some very interesting things. Like I said, I had interesting dreams.
In relation to
insights,
right?
But this is all relating to what I'm doing now, or
Right.
what I have done recently.
So your involvement in the spiritualist stuff was prior to crop circles?
Yes.
Okay. And you think that everything's led on from your spiritualism into crop circles? And
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
am I getting from you that maybe you felt led in some way to do certain designs, or that you feel you maybe, you know, you've been pushed into doing something? I mean, I know I'm putting words in your mouth here, but
Well, no, I wouldn't say pushed is the right word. I'd say influenced, perhaps.
right.
Maybe influenced in some direction which I have no control of. There's you know, there's an influence of design, a draw to want to put a message or create something. There's a definite message that I don't say I want people to hear the message, but in my own personal view, I would say, you know, I would.
You want to get something out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, that was when I was young.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to ask you that
So
actually. I mean,
this is the beginning.
Yeah.
So you know, I was a youngster. I
Mm.
wanted to put a message out there. You know, it didn't happen.
Right. 20 years of involvement in crop circles with putting a message out there. So what sort of age were you when you got involved in your I think you referred it to as alien abductions. You know, what sort of age were you at that, and then what age?
I think I was about 15 or 16 when I had the alien abduction dreams of
Right.
I wouldn't say abduction because I
No,
wasn't
okay.
abducted by any aliens.
No, okay,
But yeah, I had dreams.
right. And what age were
And
you?
they were very prolific and they were reoccurring.
Hmm.
And they were dreams of incandescent beings.
Right.
They weren't your greys.
So light beings.
They were light beings, yes. They were very nice.
Right.
They weren't dark. They were very nice.
Wispy things like
yeah,
fairies. You know, sometimes people depict
I wouldn't
those.
say fairies, but yeah, you can depict them as fairies, but I wouldn't say fairies.
But
they
bigger.
Were, they were big. They were massive.
Hmm.
Yeah, big.
Bigger than human
Oh
figures?
yeah, very big.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
massive. Yeah. But they were almost like sea creatures.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Incandescent sea creatures.
Right. We've got a question here. Somebody saying, "Do you mean Nordics?" Would that mean anything to you?
Nordics.
Nordics, as in, I know that refers to alien abduction law. Does that mean anything to you?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I'm very primitive on this subject because I'm a non-believer, really. I've never believed that aliens actually exist.
Right. Okay.
I've had the dreams. I've dismissed them.
Jimone is asking what year was the abduction dreams, or the abduction dreams?
The year.
Roughly.
I'd say, 1990, I'd say.
So that'd be
Maybe
a year before your...
Between 90 and 95.
So during the crop circles then, when you got involved, say about 1991,
Well, yeah,
1995?
It was the years when I was actually interested in crop circles and when I saw the designs and I saw they can't be made by man. They must be made by aliens. So I linked up my dreams to these formations that were happening in the fields. I wasn't even living near the place they were happening. I was miles away.
Hmm. Okay. What, just for a frame of reference, and when was your involvement in the spiritualism? When would that be in the crop circle frame of reference? Slightly before, or was it crossing over?
It was a long time before, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was two totally separate instances. So
Just wondering rough ages then when you sort of got into the spiritualist thing and...
So when I was into the spiritualist thing around, I was probably about 17, 18.
Right. Okay.
But that was in the 90s, I'd also seen crop circle phenomenon at that time. I'd been driving around and I seen formations, not the big formations in Wiltshire. I'd seen the small ones perhaps in Cornwall, close to my hometown, perhaps along the A303 or even in Bournemouth way.
Right. Because we haven't actually mentioned where you're from.
They were just plain circles. They were just
Yeah.
plain circles.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, wow,
Hmm. Whereabouts are you from then? Because you just mentioned the 303 and Cornwall. Can you give us a rough idea where you were based originally when you were sort of starting and where?
Yeah, I'm from an area around the A303. It stretches a long way, so I'm around that area.
That could be anywhere from Stonehenge, Andover, right the way down to Exeter.
Right down to Exeter, yeah.
Yeah. Where I think it sort of just goes off the edge of a cliff then, doesn't it?
Well, no,
Yes.
it goes on the M5, I think.
Oh, that's what it was,
Which
right.
is
Okay.
the edge of a cliff.
I think I went off the edge of a cliff, but yeah, okay. Everybody else just makes it onto the M5. Damn it, I knew I was making... damn. Okay, well, we've got some people in channel. Should we take some questions? Should we just read a few of them out to you and see how you react?
Yeah, go for it.
Just
let's have some
keep it
questions
going.
and keep it going. Let's see
Yeah.
what happens.
Okay. somebody said, what year was the abduction dreams? I think we've dealt with that.
Yeah, we've done that.
Yeah, Nordics are blondes, Jimone says. So did yours have blonde hair?
No, they were incandescent blue beings that looked like sea creatures.
Ah, blue, in that
Blue,
respect.
incandescent blue.
Bit like the
Which
Avatar
is
creatures?
like a colourless blue.
Avatar, a bit before that time, but
Avatar, but see-through.
See-through, translucent as well.
Exactly, that's what incandescent, iridescent.
Right.
Yeah.
So lit and transparent, yeah.
Yeah, like neon blue.
Okay. Right. Sunday Girl says there are no coincidences. I'm not sure what she means by that, but anyway, pick the mic. Do you want to pick the mic up? You can. What's Sunday?
Yeah, sorry. When you were talking about the alien dreams, somebody in channel said that you were in denial of your experiences, and
How does that
Sunday
sound?
Girl says there are no coincidences.
Ah, what do you think? What do you think of that?
Can you repeat that, please?
Are
I'm
you
in
in-
denial.
are
I'm
you
in
in
denial.
denial? Sorry.
I don't know what you mean by I'm in denial.
Your alien dreams that you had.
I don't know about in denial.
I'm just going to move your mic a second. Sorry about this.
No worries, no worries.
It's just clipping your clothing there. Hopefully that will stop it now. In denial. Do you swim in denial in Egypt? Not at the moment.
I've never been on the Nile. I've never been to Egypt.
No, okay. You're not responsible for Mr. Mubarak's leaving then.
Not me, I'm afraid. No.
Okay.
So yeah, I can be in denial, and you know, it's I'm here to tell the truth.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, would you like to tell us a little bit about some circles? Let's just jump on because we've got a little bit of background.
Yeah,
but
let's go.
Let's just go straight for the jugular. And are you able to tell us of any circles that you've been involved in, either designing or making?
I am, yes.
Right. Okay. Would you like to sort of lead us in with something? Maybe an early one, and then we'll
A very
work away?
early one is a circle. There we go. You've got a picture of it coming up right now.
Right.
Oh, this is quite funny.
Ah.
Here we go. This is a funny circle. I'd call him Mr. C.
Mr. C. I can see why you'd call it that.
I think
yes.
a lot. Yeah, Mr. C. He's even put his initial on there. A long time ago, well, not a long time ago, but probably 2007. I was a believer. I met up with this guy on Facebook, and he said he was a crop circle researcher, and I was like, yeah, that's cool, no problem. Let's go out and research crop circles together.
Right.
So off we went. And we saw some circles, and off we went to some circles, and he pulled up some wheat. He pulled up some wheat and said, look under there. That's called a construction line.
Ah, right.
Yeah. So, I looked at this construction line, and I thought, that's very strange. Anyway, he got me involved in this circle, and said, yeah, we'll make a circle, we'll do it, perhaps next week or whatever. And I thought nothing of it. I got this phone call, and he goes, yeah, we're off to make a circle, meet me at such a place. So I met this guy, and there he was with a garden roller. A garden roller, and 225 litres of water.
Right.
The big barrels of water. So off I went into the field with this guy, Mr. C. I was carrying 2 barrels of water. He had a garden roller. He had I don't know, 3 or 4 different measured pieces of rope, which was the blue nylon, which you can buy from your hardware store.
Yes. Got to be careful using that stuff, haven't you?
Exactly.
You found that out, did you, in the end?
I did find that out, yeah.
Yeah.
As you can see.
Ah, right, okay. Let's have a little look at what we've got then. Is there a problem with this? I can see a little bit of something maybe on this
You can
lower
see a
right-hand
problem.
side. Would that be
the
correct?
The thing is, we went round and round this circle like 4 times with a garden roller.
Yeah.
You know, and it was futile. It was really hard work.
It kept on
really hard work.
bringing back up, did it?
No, it flattened really completely. But it was hard work. You know, I was pushing. I wasn't pushing. I was marking out, but someone else was pushing for the first 2 lengths. Then I pushed on my own. And I first started to think to myself, you know, this is crazy. I'm in the middle of a field. I can't hear anybody. I can't see anybody. This is crazy. And I'm going round and round in circles.
So as your general impressions, it seemed a very crazy thing to do at the time. Yeah. Did you mention something about nearly getting caught doing this one as well?
Well, yeah. That, you know, it was in a small village. I'm not exactly saying where it was.
Okay.
But as you can see in the top left-hand corner of the picture.
Yeah, we'll bring that up now.
Well, you know, you know.
No, can you bring that bring the photo into that corner into the centre? Sorry.
The design.
Yeah, we're trying to look at the corner. That's it. No problem.
The design was
That's it.
apparently a lot more elaborate than what it actually is there. So there was 3 of us. Well, I think actually there was 4 of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it was wet and it was damp and it was raining that night. And there's a little pathway, as you can see. And we just managed to finish what we done, and I'm sure a police car came just on that little slipway, as you can see.
Right, let's just have a little look, because we've got it up there. So basically we're looking for this bit up in the corner.
Yeah.
So we'll bring that up so people can see. So a car pulled in, police car pulled into that bit in the corner. Yeah. And you know what happened then?
So,
did you bottle it?
We legged it.
Ah,
we
right.
legged it.
Yeah.
Which is good because you know you can empty the 25 litres of water that was in the roller.
And get out of there.
And get out of there. That was my first ever experience of making a crop circle. So.
Okay.
I was miffed.
Ah, right.
So then I still believed that crop circles were made by extraterrestrials. Aliens.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Took you a little bit longer to kind of think that people were doing it then. We've got another photo here. Shall we have a quick chat about this one?
Yeah.
What's this one about then?
Well, after the original upset of getting caught, or perhaps, the adrenaline rush, I thought, let's go and make some more. That'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was back in my designing days, and I thought, I looked on the Ordnance Survey map, and, I was around the area at the time. And where the actual images, which are showing now, on the OS map, was 616.
The figure's 616.
The figure 616. So, whether it was a measurement or distance or whatever it was there, right on that spot.
But you didn't plan that when you picked the area. It just happened to be on the map when you checked it later on.
I looked at the map and I picked it and I done it.
Oh, so you did know the 616
I knew
was
the
there.
616 was there. So
right, okay.
yeah, this was, part of it.
I thought it might have been a coincidence then. No, okay.
No, there was no coincidence. I knew the 616 was there. You know, and I was working with Mr. C.
I see. Okay.
So I thought, you know, it's just be a bit of fun. Let's go and put 616 where 616 is on the OS map.
Right. And how was it taken? Did people like this circle? Was it reported? Photographed? Well, obviously, I'm looking at a photograph right now, yes.
It's been photographed.
I'm looking at it.
It was reported, but, you know, it didn't receive much attention because it was a very small circle, and you can see, as you know, there's 2 roads going right in between, and it just covers, 2 tram lines. But it's probably about,
Somebody in channel is saying it looks
not
like...
even 100 foot.
Sorry. About 100 foot across, you're saying.
Not
yeah?
even that.
Right. Somebody's saying it looks like a 619, and somebody says 919. But I mean...
Oh yeah, let's call the police.
Open to interpretation. 919. Well, nine. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, 991.
Yeah.
Well, 911, isn't it? Sorry.
They all very much want to hear more about his dreams, Matt. I don't know if
They all want to know more about the dreams, eh?
Oh,
quite a few
no,
of them
we'd talk about the circles, about dreams later.
Dreams later, okay.
Yeah.
All right then. Shall we come on to the next circle?
Yeah, go for it.
We'll have a little look at what have we got here then.
Spectacular, isn't it?
It's different. It's interesting.
So, well, you know...
What are we looking at? What would you say
what are we looking at?
it is then? What?
Well, I don't know. You know, if you've got any interpretation from anyone, yeah, that'd be good, but... I will give you... I will give you an explanation.
Okay, that's what we'd like to hear from the maker himself.
So...
Oh, are you saying you actually made this one then as well?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Safe to say.
Safe to say, I made
okay.
it. And I almost got beat up by the farmer.
Really?
Oh, yeah. But anyway, I
Cool.
will talk to you about the making of it.
Go on then, yeah.
So...
What happened when you made it then?
One day I was thinking, you know, what can I make, you know? I can design a circle in one night. Yeah, no problem. So I did. And what did I find? I found a dice. I'm not a gambler, but I don't play dice.
Right.
So I looked at a dice. I unfolded it. Put it on a piece of paper. Put it into circles. And I laid it onto a piece of graph paper, put a circle around it, and there we go. We've got all the figures of a dice.
Right, I see.
But you know, the best thing about it is the design I had was upside down.
Right.
So when you're working in the dark, you've got a design in marker pen. You turn it upside down. What happens? You've got a mirror image. So there you go. You've got a mirror image of a dice.
Right. Interesting stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's for anyone that didn't work out what that one was. It didn't look apparent to me until you mentioned it to me. I had to study it for a bit longer, but I definitely see what you mean now. Yeah. Interesting stuff. Shall we move on to the next one? We'll move quickly on and see what else we got here. Now you seem to you've hyperleaped now. You see, this is a whole different kettle of fish now.
Is it?
Were you like a caterpillar? A caterpillar that, you know, sort of, you went into your hibernation pupa and came out and you were a butterfly. It even looks like a butterfly.
It does look a butterfly, doesn't it?
You've moved on with this.
It doesn't look. Well, no. What does it look like?
Well, maybe it's got a little.
It looks like a flower.
Maybe yes.
But this was meant to be something completely different.
Right.
Anyway, I've got a big story about this one.
Go on then.
So I turned up with Mr. C at a car park, a certain place in Wiltshire. I think it is in Wiltshire, isn't it? Yeah.
You'll have to tell me, actually, I'm not sure.
Savernake.
Savernake, right, okay.
So, yeah. We turned up. And Mr. C had a car full of people ready to, you know, do a nice big circle. And the car full of people was completely inebriated. Anyway.
So that was your team?
That was our team. Me, Mr. C, and 5 inebriated teenagers.
Right. How
with,
far did you get?
With flags on sticks.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Fresh from watching the footy, was it?
How far did we get? That was my team.
Well, so, it was you and Mr. C you referred to, who were
I'll call him
basically
Mr. C.
responsible for this one, then?
Mr. C is responsible for this one, yes.
Right, okay.
Yeah, anyway, as I was walking towards...
What year was this? Yes, we're being asked.
Well, what year was this? 2007, I think.
Right.
Maybe it was 2008.
That's not long ago, then.
No.
So, is it a bit of a gap between some of those early ones that we saw from you and this? Was there anything in between that you've done, or
no? Between my early years of
some of the early
my
ones we saw,
or between
we saw the few that just before this.
No, they all started from 2000. I think that was actually 2007.
Right, all the ones we've seen so far. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So that is actually what I did miss is I moved to Wiltshire area in 2007.
Right. Okay.
Which is when I met with Mr. C, and that's who introduced me to perhaps the makings of crop circles.
Right.
Which I thought were made by aliens.
Right.
And, you know, I thought I could compete with them. I'll compete with the aliens, I don't mind.
Yeah. Communicate with aliens or compete against them?
Yeah, well, compete, communicate, have fun.
Were you hoping that they would interact with you on a more direct level if you did that?
Well, maybe they could communicate back. Maybe I'd go back in the same field and they'd pop something next to it that, you know, gave an answer. So anyway, that was my feeling.
They're asking who is Mr. C, where is he now, and was he a researcher or a circle maker?
Mr. C is no longer Mr. C, and that's
something you can't say, is it? That's all right. I mean, don't break any confidences if you're not supposed
to. That's something I can say about.
Mr. C is no longer Mr. C.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
So he's deceased from this world.
Giving up his title.
Unfortunately,
giving up his title.
Well, no, unfortunately, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I agree for him.
Well.
So anyway.
Yes. Okay. Well.
So now I had more to say about the flower one.
Right. Okay. We
no, don't matter.
Okay.
We can go on to the next one if you want.
This one we're on at the moment. We'll move to this image. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We can always come back to it if anybody's got any questions, or if you think of something you want to say about it. By all means. What's this one then? And when was this?
This was also me and Mr. C.
Right.
This is when I was experimenting in crop circle making. This was in somewhere in Oxfordshire. I can't remember where. I think it's a name there somewhere.
I don't know if we've got the name. Maybe at the top of the screen, if you sort of just have pull the menu down a little. The menu. Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know my.
Buckland Oxon.
Buckland in Oxon, yeah. So.
Right.
So, if anyone's owned a spirograph.
Right.
And, you know, you draw a circle. You get on one point. You draw a circle. You get on the next point. You swap places. You draw a circle. Get on the next point. Swap places. And what do you end up with? With the same dimensions of the circle you've already drawn.
Mm.
Flower of life.
Yes, it does. It uses the radius, doesn't it, round the
Yeah.
edges 6 times.
Exactly.
Subdivides
So-
equally 6 times, and you use the same radius to
So
draw.
it was an extremely simple circle to do.
Yeah, but very effective. Even though it's very simple,
You
it's
know,
very effective.
apart from being attacked by the badgers as we walked past the trees.
Ah, right. On the way out or way in.
On the way in, yeah.
Right. Okay. Shall we move on to the next one and have a little look?
We've got a question. Can we just fit one in there? There's one that's been asked several times from, I think, Ariadne. Can you please ask a guest why he told Eva about the Stonehenge formation?
There you go. Why did you tell Eva about the Stonehenge formation? Do you know? Are you allowed to say?
I don't know who Eva is.
No.
Well, it's coming from the chat room. So if you can keep posting what you mean by this, as I think they think that we're not answering the question. So perhaps if you can elaborate, because we don't know who Eva is.
Oh, Eva's asking the question, is it?
No, that was from Ariadne. I think a couple of
Ariadne.
other people have asked the
Okay,
same
yes.
question.
Well, he told Eva, EVA, about the Stonehenge formation.
When you started the interview, didn't you mention Stonehenge? I'm not sure.
You were going to come on to it later.
I
I
never
remembered.
mentioned Stonehenge.
Okay, if someone
at
can
all.
write what was meant in the chat room, then we can have a readout again in a few minutes.
Okay, we'll come back to it because there are things to talk about Stonehenge later on, isn't there? There's strange experiences that we want to talk about. I think made notes of.
Not Stonehenge, but yeah, there's a few.
Okay, I mean that's really meaty stuff, so we'll come to that. Just to let everybody know, we do want to sort of ask your questions in channel. If we don't, it's because we're looking at each other doing things here, and if you haven't had your question asked, do ask it again, and we will try and get round to it. We're not trying to avoid anybody, and even if the questions are quite awkward towards the person, or even if you want to say that the person is wrong, say that too. We'll ask it. We're not shy. We'll put it all across. I'm sure our guest would be happy to answer and defend his position. So right, okay. Should we move on to the next circle design? Are you finished with that one, or? I'll take that as a yes. Don't forget you got some wine down there.
Yeah.
Don't want that to go to waste.
I haven't got a hole in my mask.
Ah, okay. Should we give you a chance to... You drink your wine, we'll stay on this one for a second. So
Maybe. You have a chat. You can chat to me about this one if you want.
Go on
It
then.
won't take long.
Yep. You tell us a little bit about that then.
I'd say it's a nice design.
You like it, yeah?
I do. I like it very much.
Did you have anything to do with making it, or would you not be able to say?
Yeah, I kind of played around with it. It looks alright, doesn't it?
Yeah, you like that one.
Yeah, I do like that one, yeah.
Okay.
It's nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have this convention where we can either say
Yeah.
that you were involved with something or you like something.
Yeah.
So
I like it.
you like
It's
it.
good. It looks good.
Okay, cool. Read into that however people wish to. Shall we move on to the next one? I think it's another photo of the same.
They're asking if we can keep the pictures up a bit longer.
Okay.
Or if we can... We
Well,
can always come back to them, can't we?
That one's been up a fair while, but
Yeah.
we've got another one of the same thing, so we'll zoom
Okay,
that in
yeah.
for you. Yeah,
There we go.
there you go. Quite a complicated design.
It's not complicated at all.
No? If you
No.
break it down.
Break it down. There you go. Have a compass and a pencil
Right.
and draw some circles.
Have a go.
Have a go. You centerpiece, draw a circle. I see 1, 2, 3. Well, I can't remember how many circles I drew, but
There's 7 in the centre.
Can you point your mouse to the the left, the far left? So that's it. There,
Yes.
right there.
Okay.
What's that little line there?
What's that
Oh.
line?
No,
Zoom in on
up.
it. Yeah.
Go up a little bit. There we go. No, left.
Yeah.
Right. So,
What's that line you're saying?
yeah. What's that line?
A walk line?
I don't know.
Looks like something.
What do you think?
Looks like something's been scribed in, perhaps.
No idea, but it's a very nice design. I like it.
Yeah. I can see what looks like a walk line around the
Really?
centre circle as well. With not the centre of all circles, but the first ring around the middle. That looks like a line going right way around there, doesn't
They've
it?
all got them, if you
Oh,
look.
of course. So you see. Oh yeah, especially the one below as well.
Yes.
They've all got them.
And it kind of gets distorted as well, doesn't it? It becomes a layer of the crop.
Yes.
It's quite strange. Anyway.
Okay.
Let's divulge from this one. Let's move on.
Right. Will we move on to the next photo?
Shall we? Or shall I drink my wine?
Come to me. I'll ask some questions. You drink your wine. I'll come to me.
Should we let people look at this picture before I...
Okay, have a look at the picture then. Have a look at this. And this is a very well-known formation. So you're safe at the moment, not on camera, but you can talk to us if you wish.
You can still hear me, yeah?
I can still hear you.
Cool.
Yep. Wonders of radio mic technology. What would you like to tell us about this formation then?
Well, originally I thought, there's crop circles, and there's not crop circles.
There we are.
So I thought about, let's move out of the box. Let's do a circle that's not a circle. I like mushrooms.
Ah. Influence?
No. Maybe. So I thought I'd do a mushroom design.
How long did that take you to make, just out of interest, and how many people? I'm assuming you made this. I'm jumping in there with that, but if you made this, how many people would you estimate would be needed to make something like this?
That took 2 people, I'd say 6 hours.
Right. So, guessing 2 people, guessing 6 hours. Okay,
Guessing,
I like it. Yes,
guessing.
I like it. We like guessing. Guessing's good. Right.
Got a few questions there, Matt. I don't know if you want to have a look at those in a minute.
Okay, sorry, I'm enthralled by looking at the picture. I'm not looking in the chat room.
Dion's asking a couple of interesting ones there.
Is it
right at the bottom in pink?
In pink. That doesn't mean very much to me because I'm
what do you think
half colourblind, but yeah.
Yeah, that one.
What do you think about Andy Buckley storing all your names to report to the police?
I think the police can come along and do whatever they like. I have no problem. Mr. Buckley, I don't know who he is.
Well, he's just this sort of antagonist, I think. That
is he?
Yeah, he's going around going, I'm gonna get you, bloody circle makers. It's like an episode of Dick Dastardly and Muttley, It's like.
I could say what I feel, but I don't think I will right now.
Yeah. I think he's had more than enough attention recently.
I've got a link in the chat room as well. I'm just going to go and see.
Okay. Well, we'll bring up the chat room in a second so you can see it. You'll have to do the thing with... you're going to bring the whole thing up. It's www.silentcircle.co.uk/shenge.htm.
This is regarding the Eva question.
Right. Somebody's saying something regarding the Eva question. So... What? Sorry.
No, all the people in the chat room were asking for...
Eva in this website is asking a question from Eva Marie Breckistow, and it seems like she might be from a website called circlesnorway.com, and she's saying, on one of the last days of April 2010, somebody called Dean Hine, Circle Hoaxer, invited me to chat with him on Facebook. So this is an interview with somebody. Does that mean anything to you?
No idea.
No idea. Okay. Right. Well, there we go. So, I think that they might be wondering if there's any connection between that circle at Stonehenge and you. Did you know anything about that circle at Stonehenge?
I've never been to Stonehenge. Last time I went to Stonehenge, I paid £16 to get in.
£16?
I think it was, yeah. Well, it was a family ticket, I think.
Right, okay. Well, are you ready to come back on the seat? Have you had a bit of wine? We'll wait for you. You're okay. Right, let's take some questions. We're not going to get in on anybody's wine experience. That's not a very nice thing to do. But you're on a programme for the truth, Dion says. Well, I think you're being pretty truthful.
Sorry?
You're on a programme for the truth.
Exactly.
Yes. And Splixie says, I think... Splixie, whoever that is. Splixie says, I think you'll find that the claim made on the internet does not hold as evidence. It is in fact defamation of character. And can get the persons making the accusations in legal trouble, not the other.
Which is, I've no idea what's going on there, but, that's true.
Okay.
Anyone who's had defamation of character, can be liable.
Yes. Well, Mr. Buckley has certainly done a bit of that, but we won't mention that tonight.
Exactly,
we've given him quite a bit of attention.
People do it all the time. Who are we to grumble?
Dion saying that I got arrested for less than we're talking about tonight. So.
Oh, did she now?
Well,
he?
Me, yes. Did she? I've got a pair, mate. Some may not think so, but yes. Hardly the truth, is it, says Ariadne. Okay, Jimone says, do you use a roller, plank and tape?
I don't use a roller anymore.
Stopped.
I used a roller once when I was the bloody currying boy who carried 50 litres of water to fill the roller. So no.
Yes, you stopped using the roller.
I stopped using roller. A plank of wood and a tape measure.
Yeah, you mentioned about the nylon, but...
Spirograph. Oh, nylon, yeah, fiberglass.
Nylon's a waste of time, isn't it? It stretches.
Yeah, fiberglass tape measure.
Yep. Doesn't stretch at all. Good. Okay. Okay, so I'm not seeing any more questions. If anybody wants to Skype in, by the way, send us a Skype message and let us know that you'd like to call in, and then we can let you ask a question directly to our guest, Dr. P I Staker. So, yes, it's one of those shows tonight. Yeah. So, how did you... How big a team did you used to work with then? I know you said you had 4 or 5 drunk people with you one night, but what sort of team sizes have you worked?
Mainly, I've worked with one person.
Right.
So 2 of us. Me and one other person. There's also been 3 people. 3 people's good. One to hold centre.
Yes.
And do the marking out, and one to plank, as you're going along. So that's fine. So you got 3 people. 3 people's good. That's a good number. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's a good one.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah.
Should we go on to the next crop circle photo? Yes. Would that be good?
Mr. Andrew, you like this one?
Mr. Andrew.
Yeah.
Who do you mean? Andy Buckley and
no, Perker.
Andrew Perker. Okay. What can you tell us about this one then? Or what can't you tell us about this one?
I'd say also it's very nice.
You like that one?
Yeah, I do like that one.
Cool. We like people who like circles.
I've got a magic picture of Andrew taking special shots of people in that formation. But anyway, that formation was filled with people in the summertime. It was lovely.
Right.
It was such a bugger.
Mm-hmm.
Yet again, does it look similar to the mushroom? maybe not.
I can see where
see
you'd
the
have an element of the
similarity.
cap and then the central
Exactly,
pole.
yeah.
Yes.
So,
Certain similarities there.
yeah, we had very good fun. Good fun with that circle.
Right.
Took a lot of hard work.
Ah.
But unfortunately, the lines were a bit too long
Right.
to have a tape measure connected to one end to the other.
Right.
So it was all done by eye.
Ah, which is not an easy thing to do.
It's not an easy thing to do, as you can see.
I think this was
There's
on a
not-
very
it-
steep hill as well, if I remember
It's on
rightly.
a very steep hill.
Near Marlborough.
And I'd say
Ockbourne St George, is it?
Ockbourne St George, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say there was a mistake, but there's some very interesting markings.
Right. I mean, it's a bit hard to see whether or not I'm getting like the lowest right-hand, comet type thing, whether that's aligned correctly, because you could have a curve off on the hill here. I'm not sure. Is that how it was meant?
Oh no, it's purposefully done like that.
It was done like that.
Oh yeah.
Pointing in slightly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's purposefully done.
Okay, that's good. Right.
Everything's done for a purpose.
Oh, we got somebody. Crossbone says Perker took pictures of a topless girl in this one. Did you know
That's true. Yeah.
You know about that?
Yeah. Get the pictures up.
Oh, they're out there, are they?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're right there. Well, they were on Crop Circle Connector, which I have no idea.
So
they were. Yeah.
This is the cornography that
Cornography.
Professor Michael Glickman talks about. Yes, cornography, folks.
Brilliant. Anyway,
Dramatic Chipmunk agrees. Yes.
it certainly wasn't much to. Anyway.
Okay, should we pop on to the
Let's
next
move on.
photo? Let's have a look. Oh, we got another photo.
Yeah, we got another view of that.
Another view of
you
the
can
same.
see how big the formation is compared to the buildings in the background.
Yeah.
And the curve of the hill. It was pretty good.
Mm.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, let's pop on to the next one. Oh, we got another one.
there
Oh,
we
you
go.
can see
there we go. We can see
scale
the
now.
people in there.
Scale.
And see the scale of it.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's good. Interesting. What's this one? This is a good one.
Special Andrew one.
Close to a bay or the sea.
That was put right next to the River Severn. Yeah, South Wales.
Right.
Yeah. It was the only crop circle that's been made in South Wales that I know of. It was South Wales. No, it wasn't. It was in Gloucestershire. Sorry, my mistake.
Ah, right.
Near the Forest of Dean.
So River Severn, up, yes, a bit further up.
Yeah, just very slightly out, yeah, a bit further up.
Swim is asking, were you active in Oxon mid 00s? Mid 2000s, I suppose that must be then.
No.
Not active in Oxford.
No.
Okay.
No idea.
There's your answer to that one. Dion says maybe we're moving past the difficult questions. Okay, well Dion, you'll have to post the difficult questions then, and we'll try. We'll try and put them through. So, alien creature, fish type of thing. I think they must be referring to the trilobite.
Yeah.
The one we had before. Right. What's the deal with this one then? What's going on here?
Well, I'm not sure if I can name them, but I don't care anymore. Anyway,
name people or
yeah,
formations?
I will name people.
People.
Well, I'll give initials.
Okay.
So I met this researcher in Marlborough. The initials of NS.
Right.
And she was a crop circle researcher.
Yeah.
Well into it. That was fine. That was pretty good. So I met up with her and I told her the deal. And it was really weird. She met up with another crop circle researcher, AR.
Right.
And, you know, I was living in Wales at the time. You know, it was really bizarre. You know, I just wanted to carry on my designs. I wanted to make crop circles, basically. You know, I wanted to carry on and make them.
Hmm.
You know, I was living so far away from the scene. So I went for a walk one day and I saw this absolute beautiful place right next to the River Severn. Beautiful. Right opposite the nuclear power station as well.
Hmm.
Amazing. But I didn't even know it. I didn't even know it was right opposite the nuclear power station. So I drew up this design, you know, it was just a couple of circles, and I thought, you know, take 'em out for a walk. Let's go make a couple of circles. And I thought, you know, just a couple of circles, the Versica Pisces. You know, 2 circles intertwining. You know,
Right.
show 'em how it's really done.
Yeah. Overlapping each other.
But it turned out that it went on and on, so I made 1 circle, 2 circles, 3 circles, and, you know, I didn't even mark out the tape measure. I just carried on and marked it out by eye at night. You know, I got them to stomp one by one. We swapped, we took it in turns, and, you know, I marked out, they marked out. It was kind of, you know, a development. I taught them one by one how to do it, and I said, yeah, go and choose a point. Choose a point on the edge of the circle. There was 3 of us. I'll do 1, you do 1, and you do 1. There was 3 of us. So yeah, we done 3 individual little circles around the circle we made.
Right. Let's have a little close-up look so we can see. I can see 3, yes. 2 on the left, 1 sort of just to the left of the top smaller circle. Those are the ones you're referring to, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how many people involved in making
Only
that?
3 of us.
3, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the weird thing about it is that middle intersection. I looked at it after we made it, and I thought, no way, fucking hell, this is gonna be nuts. This is fucked it right up.
You didn't think you'd done a good job at the time?
Exactly.
What happened later on?
Well, I still don't know.
Are you still...
But now I actually look at it and think...
You're much happier with it now?
Oh, I don't know, it still looks quite strange.
I think it's quite nice. I think it's got an appeal.
But
Definitely,
it's got a weird overlapping, you know, an overlapping, which actually happened on the spot.
Mm.
You know, it's one of those things that you do on the spot. You know, there's no plan to it. There it is.
Well, it just goes to show what you can do if you even don't have a design, isn't it?
It's
You know,
spurred. You know, it's just on the spot. Job done. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, you don't always have to have a design if you've got some
but it took over half an hour to walk to the area, which was, you know, one of the best things. And all night we were hearing the birds called, you know, tweeting all night. Birds of the River Severn. Yeah, it was lovely.
Right.
Absolutely beautiful.
Okay, well, should we move on to the next one? Oh,
no.
Before we go to this one... Shall we? You have to make a decision. Do you like it?
Yeah, I like that.
Do you love it?
It's nice. It's nice.
You really like it?
Yeah.
Should we show it?
Should we show it? Yeah, let's show it. Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, good. There we go. What do we have to say about that one? Considering you like it.
I like it, and it's the epitome of my circle making years.
Mm.
Yeah.
It is a goodie.
It is.
It's got elements of some of the ones we've seen already, isn't it? In a sense,
It has got a few elements, yes.
It's like a
With
progression.
the mushroom, the trilobite. But yeah, it's beautiful. And yeah, even looking at it myself now, I'm still in awe. I'm in awe.
How many people liked this then?
I have no idea. It was in the Sun. It was in the Times. Was it in the Times? I have no idea, but it was in the Sun newspaper.
Yeah. Made a bit of a feature, that one, didn't it?
I was on the BBC News. It was video footage. Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, it made a big impression, that one.
Excuse my blasphemy.
That's fine. How many people may or may not have been present or liked that one a lot?
Can you rephrase your question? No, I don't know what you mean.
Well, if some people may have been involved in making it, I don't know. I'm not making that statement, but if you had to guess at how many it would take to make a formation like that,
I think that less than 4 people liked that picture.
Right, less than 4 people liked that picture a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. Great.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's less than 4 mistakes as well.
What would you consider mistakes in this?
I wouldn't consider them as mistakes. I'd say there's difference to planning.
Right.
Difference to the plan. So, there's I'll point out the obvious. Okay. From the tail.
Right.
If you can point the mouse down the tail, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th circle down from the tail. Okay, there's a 5th circle down. That's number 3. There we go. Oh, hang on. There we go. That one there.
Yeah.
So that circle should have been swapped with the above circle. That's that's fine. That's not a mistake. It's intentional, isn't it? Exactly. So if we zoom back out again, now we've got the tentacles, and they're great because no jellyfish are alike. They're all different.
I kind of freeform the tentacles.
Exactly, they're freeform. So I think it's beautiful. So that's the only one. I wouldn't say mistake. I wouldn't say error. It's a beautiful design. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad.
I don't know what Splixie's on about. I don't know whether she's referring to us or
no, the other. There's 2 in the chat room that are. I don't know what is going on, but there's something between our guest and 2 of the people in the chat room.
Okay.
What can you recommend that people call in because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, if you want to sort of put some points across, feel free to call in. I don't know if we've actually got anybody who's attempted to do that so far, but we'll come back to the formation and chat a bit more about that. But
another one, shall we? Is there another one?
Yeah, we'll pop on to the next formation then. We've just got an aerial photo of the same one. Now this is an impressive one. Why don't we just go across to this? Okay, can you tell us where that is? And
I don't know. I can show a picture if you want. Do you want to show a picture as well? But no.
An actual design.
Half design.
Yeah,
is that right?
Bring him up. Yep. Okay, I'm just going to zoom it back so you can see the reference of where this where this was, because it was a great location, as you can see, with the tree mound in the background. and I believe this is a Steve Alexander photograph by the looks of it, certainly by the use of wide-angle photography. So, yeah. Let's have a little look then. Okay, we're going back across to you now. Ah, no, we've got a bit of a problem with the old
that's right.
camera.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
You've got your transparency thing going on here. Let me see if we get the blue screen.
No.
There you go.
So there we go. There's like a...
Okay, and you're showing us this. What would you like to tell us about this?
I'd say
design?
that was a very rough sketch.
Mm.
Which, you know, elaborated into a formation.
So that sketch became that design.
Yeah.
But with more elaboration.
Yeah.
What are we sort of looking at with the when you just showed us? Then it looks like a peacock. Is that right?
It does look like a peacock. Yeah. It was. I don't know. I originally thought, you know, some animals and birds going on that year, so I thought, you know, let's go for peacock feathers. That'd be nice.
Right.
Let's have a peacock feather design. So yeah, the design evolved. Excellent.
Okay. Well, how would we move on to the next one, perhaps? Oh no, this is something else. We're at the end of the photos there, I think.
Oh, we're at the end.
Okay, so we finished the photos, but certainly haven't finished talking about your experiences. So, can we talk a little bit about this strange figure you saw, the Stone Guardians?
Oh, the Stone Guardians.
There's a strange story that you started telling.
Yeah.
That. If you would mind.
I don't know what else I can say about them, apart from they were, you know, hugely present.
Where was this, and what was the circumstances?
This was very close to a Longborough at Wayland Smithy.
Right.
And yes, I was making a formation. I saw these very dark beings. I know, they were huge. But they were almost like samurai people.
Right.
I don't know. They could have been ancient Neolithic guardians of the Longborough or shadows.
Was this at night time?
Oh yeah.
And were you present with anybody else that witnessed what that was?
No. I was personally on my own. I was in the middle of making a formation, or, you know, helping make a formation. And yeah, so these beings were around me. It's not the first time I've been in experience with beings or energy around circles or around formations that I've made, or I've been in participation of making. So yeah, they're always present.
Well, it sounds very interesting. I mean, to physically see them like that, this is different, somewhat then to your spiritualism stuff. Could you?
Oh yeah.
You think these things were really there, as opposed to being like ghosts or something of that nature?
I think they were actually there. Yes. Yeah. I don't know what else I can say. They were, it was dark. There was a bit of moonlight. There was a little bit of light.
Did you approach them?
But these were, oh no.
No.
You can't approach beings.
A little bit intense?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you just carry on, do what you do. You know, I was doing a job.
Right.
I carried on doing my job.
Do
They were watching over me. Whatever their intention was their intention. You know, they let me be. That was fine. You know.
Very interesting.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, it certainly sounds like you've had your fair share of strange experiences there. I mean, there aren't many circle makers that can say they've seen that sort of thing whilst making a circle. But yeah, I think you know, you did well to stay put and carry on. But did that sort of experience give you an idea of just how important what you were doing with the crop circles was? And
yeah, it did. Yeah. So, you know, my next step was to carry on. Carry on designing, maybe carry on making.
And we've seen that you obviously you've designed some formations. You've shown us one picture. Have you got any others? I mean, how would you describe yourself really? I mean, are you more of a designer?
I'm an artist. Yes.
You're an artist.
Yeah.
And regarding making circles, then, I mean, you know, where would you say the heavier balance is in your involvement? Because
artwork is hard work.
Mm.
And I'd say that, you know, you can stomp around a field all night, you can flatten a whole field, and, you know, when's the next person going to appreciate your artwork? You know, I can mention names of people who've been doing artwork for years and years and years. And, you know, they've had no recognition until they're dead.
Mm.
Or, you know, you can give people the opportunity to witness some beautiful creations unknowingly with not being known.
Mm. Better to not be known than in some respects.
Yeah, exactly. In some respects, it's best not to be known, so, you know, people can appreciate the beauty.
Mm.
I'd rather that. I'd rather the beauty be appreciated and the artist not be known, and something that the beauty has been brought to the person.
That has a sort of purer feel
exactly.
to you, yeah. And if we say, well, because you're more of an artist than a maker, would it be fair to say that you've been involved with other circles which we haven't discussed tonight?
I have, yes.
In some respect. So
I've been involved in, you know, quite a few more circles, but, you know, I can't discuss circles that I have been involved with, because I love artwork, and part of my artwork is being involved, and
yes,
you know.
And the reason you can talk to us,
if you're a painter and decorator, you're going to use your arms to paint and decorate.
Right.
You know, you're going to paint and decorate the walls, or.
So basically, the reason that you don't want to talk about the other ones, I'm just so people can understand. I understand it, but I'm just trying to sort of paint a picture for people who are actually listening tonight. The reason that you don't go talking about those ones is because they may not have been your designs.
Exactly.
You know, they're somebody else's designs,
yes.
And if you were helping on a team with somebody else,
everything that I've talked about tonight has been either designed by myself or co-designed by me or Mr. C.
Right. Okay, well that just helps, because not everybody is as well versed in crop circles to understand what we're talking about here. We're kind of making little suggestions that some people might find a bit confusing. So
yeah.
What do you think about the chat that people get into then about crop circles and what they think about them? Because I mean, there's been a lot of talk recently about Facebook and things like that. Do you follow any of the politics and the talk that goes on in crop circles?
I look upon it and I frown upon it.
You don't like people chatting?
I look upon it and I frown upon it because, you know, there's a few people who, you know, I think that's just part of their lives.
You don't like the negative discussion?
I don't like any of it, to be honest. You know, it's just, you know, mindless.
So if somebody is bigging up crop circles, you'd be okay with that. But I mean, you're not into this sort of.
I'm not into any of it, to be honest. No.
Yeah.
No.
It just should be art.
None of the chit chat or. Like I said, you know, back along, I was introduced into the spiritual realm, and then I moved on, and you know, done my artwork, and there we go.
So you would prefer that people perceive it on a spiritual level and absorb it for what it is, rather than trying to kind of work it out and.
Well, yeah, it's sacred geometry. That's my only word I've got. Sacred geometry.
Have there been any books, or I know I'm going over the same thing here, but any books or any particular researchers that have kind of hit it on the head with where you're coming from and summed up your feelings? You know, anybody that you like from that camp? Anybody?
No.
And I know that I'm going to say, well, all right, then anyone you don't like, but you don't want to go there, do you?
No.
So, okay.
No.
Right. We did say we'd try and come back to the alien abductions thing, you know, a bit earlier on.
Oh, did we not?
Did we? Did we not?
I think we did.
We did. We discussed it, but
yeah, it was like the black flyers, but they're blue.
Yes. Yeah, but I mean, do you have anything, you know, now? No,
they've never come back.
They've never come back.
No.
And how much is it?
So I've been lucky. Yeah, they've never come back.
Yeah, because they've
left
dreams.
They've left their mark, and that was it.
Yeah, these were kind of dreams. You said they were, you know, rather than real experiences, or.
Yeah. It's hard to differentiate between a dream and reality sometimes. You know, when you have the same dream over and over again over a period of weeks, you think, you know, is this real? So yeah, I had some weird dreams about alien abductions. But even though I wasn't abducted, I saw orbs.
You've seen those making?
Oh yeah, I did.
Making formations?
No, making formations.
No,
nothing to do with formations.
Right.
You know, I saw orbs. You know, it was before I even was interested in crop circles.
Right.
You know, I saw these jellyfish people in front of my window, and you know, they were flying around the road, and in my dream I was cycling home and I was actually panting and I was out of breath. These orbs were following me, and I mean, they were orbs. They weren't blurs on the camera.
Right.
You know, they were real.
Very interesting.
But that's, you know, that was my perception. That was, you know,
well,
there was no influence of psilocybin or LSD or anything.
Or alcohol.
Or alcohol even.
Yep.
Yeah, I was a kid.
I think Dion is agreeing with you in channel. Says, who gives a shit about money, you know, making money out of any of this. So agreeing with you there, it seems. And possibility, somebody saying Dion might Skype in soon. So
no one commented about my good hat.
Okay. Just trying to sort of look at some of these questions here. And right. Anybody wanting to Skype in? We got any takers so far?
Trying to. He's got the software.
Oh, right. Okay. Dion's going to try and Skype in.
Dion's a bloke.
Maybe. We'll have to find out.
I'd like to hear from there's two in the chat room that have got questions that we can't answer.
Do you know which questions they
try
are?
again. Let's see if I can do it again.
We've been through it a few times.
Have we? Let's
but
try again.
I think there is some negativity there in that the question hasn't been answered.
Let's try again.
We can't relay that information because we don't know, or I don't know what's going on anyway.
Is it this question about the Stonehenge thing they said earlier on?
Yeah, that they're not letting it go. So you know, it's
Eva Marie Brextow and Stonehenge formation. So they're kind of, I suppose they're what. But you don't know anything about that, really.
The positive thing from this is that the people that need to ask the questions are actually trying to get the software. So at some point, hopefully, we can.
Yeah, maybe before the end of the show, they'll be able to call in. So, yeah, sure. Kerno says, give you another bucket of wine because he's just about to mention the greys. So if we ply you with wine, can you mention greys? Is that
Who said that?
Kernow. K-E-R.
Kernow, like Cornwall.
Yeah.
Kernow.
No, I'd never come across any greys.
No.
You can give me a bucket of wine if you want.
All right, we'll see if we can sort that out for you then. Yeah. Where is the wine, by the way?
It's gone.
Has it gone? It disappeared. Oh, right, okay. Can we get you beer? We're so professional on this show. Okay.
It'd be nice to hear some positive questions, I think, because we've delved a lot on the negative areas that we couldn't really speak about. So, any positive questions about circles?
Somebody's asking me, what's the point then, Matt? I don't know. What is the point? We're trying to get to the point, but
there's no point. It's a circle.
Yes. Unless it's a very small circle, might be perceived as a point.
You can't put a point in a circle.
Yeah.
Why do you make crop circles?
Oh, why do I? Who asked that?
That's a message from Dion. Positive question from
Why
Dion.
do I make crop circles?
Or a jellyfish.
Why a jellyfish?
Why the jellyfish?
They're asking, is it art, or what's your motivation for making circles?
It's kind of a cross between art and information received. I don't know what I can tell you about information received, apart from the fact that...
Are you meaning influence? You're influenced in some way by your spiritual connection?
Well, yeah. The jellyfish. The jellyfish design came up within minutes. Anything that I've created or designed came up within minutes. If I sit down and I think I want to design a crop circle, and I sit down and design it, it ain't gonna happen.
It's got to be inspired.
Ain't gonna happen.
It's got to be inspired for you then.
So, it happens to me. It's a weird thing, as long as I've got my, my pens, my paper, my compass or whatever ready, and it's there, waiting, and I know, and then all of a sudden I'll just go and do it. And it happened within 10 minutes. At some ungiven point of time. It's basically channeling. I can channel a drawing. I could sit here and I could draw a picture of you, and I could sketch you pitch perfect. But I can't just sit down and draw a circle in my mind and think I can draw a circle. There's no chance. It comes to me.
Right.
And I don't know how. It just does.
Well, that was a good question for getting a response there. Well done.
There's a couple more. Why are you telling people about what you do, and what do you want people to know? Sorry, did you hear that? What do you want people to know by coming on the show? What's your message to people in what you do with the circles?
I want people to know. Oh, yeah, it's quite kind of a hard question to answer, but you know, I want people to know that crop circles should not be classed as hoaxed. That's a nasty word. I don't like the word hoaxed.
Right.
So, you know, I would say channeled, or I would say a piece of art, creativity. There's quite a few positive lines of words that you could say about making crop circles.
Yes.
Other than the word hoaxed.
But what's the difference? So you're saying that you believe that some aren't hoaxed then, or are you telling the world that they're all hoaxed?
I'd say no crop circles are hoaxed. There's not one crop circle in this whole planet that has ever been hoaxed.
And is that because you believe that you're channeled? Like, what can you explain what you mean by hoax and why you're using that expression?
Yeah, hoaxed is a weird word. Could you bring it up on Google, the word hoaxed? I don't know if you could at all.
Well, yeah, okay.
I don't know if you
Let's do
could
that.
to actually define the word hoaxed.
It's,
I think you'd have to have something that was real in the first place for you to fake it.
So I'm not actually sure the word hoaxed
Applies.
yeah.
Has there ever been any real proof that
You know,
this is real, so that something that a person has made is not real?
Exactly. So if it's individual
Mm.
and it's new and it's been put in a field, and
by
you know
fraudulent means is what it
someone's
means.
either planked it or a fucking UFO's come along and landed on that site, is that real or is that a hoax, or I don't know. What's the differentiation?
Yeah. Do you want to? You've got a definition there. Do you
Yeah,
want to read
so
that?
something that has been established or accepted by fraudulent means. So
By
it's an
fraudulent
intent
means.
to fool, isn't it?
It's an intent to fraud.
To fool people.
Oh, I see. An intent to fool people. Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting.
But it's something that has been established or accepted by fraudulent means, i.e. that everyone thinks it's the real McCoy. You know, they think this is the Mona Lisa, but in fact
Yeah.
it's a copy.
I see. So
That could be
if someone copies the Mona Lisa, then
That's a hoax.
that's a hoax.
Yeah.
I see.
But
So-
you know, if somebody thought it was the real one, if you said, "Oh, this is a copy of the Mona Lisa," well, you're not trying to sort of.
So if I saw one of your circles and copied it, you know, scale to scale.
Yeah, that'd
That'd be a
definitely be a
hoax.
hoax. Yeah. Yeah. It would be a poor attempt at at reaching godhood. No, I'm sure. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a fake argument,
Yeah,
isn't it? Really,
yeah,
saying
it is. Yeah.
that the hoaxers. I mean,
You know,
it has negative
it's
connotations.
a word that's been used by the researchers.
Mm.
Ah.
It's divisive to make the researchers seem like the good guys,
You
and
know,
the
I
circle
don't
makers seem
know,
like
I
the bad
don't-
guys.
Certainly not going to name any names, and I'm not going to hammer it in. Certainly not going to hammer it in. You
Mm.
know, not of any tool, hammer, mallet, or whatever. You know.
Yes. Yes, don't mention mallets. Yes. Those would be your
Certainly
flowers.
not.
Yeah. So, can you justify, you know, what you're doing in terms of committing a crime? You know, what do you feel about using land that maybe it does belong to you? I don't know. Do you own land, or are you doing this on somebody else's land?
Yeah, I'm a farmer.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. I could tell.
I'm a farmer.
You
right.
sound like a
I
farmer.
own plenty of land, right, and I get subsidised plenty of money by the government.
Yeah.
And if anyone comes and stomps on my land, you know, I'll get paid plenty of money for it. You know.
Mm.
Oh, certainly, sir.
Yes. So, if somebody said to you, that you weren't a farmer, and they said that you were doing this illegally, what would you say to that? You think the farmers have got it okay? Then
Well, I tell them I'm elusive. Why else am I wearing a mask?
Yeah.
Well, it's not really a mask, but.
Do you think?
Why have I got an invisible head?
Yeah, you obviously don't think that the farmer loses out very much. Then, I mean, have you experienced? Well, I know that. I know. I've got to ask you the question.
Oh, come on.
Get your opinion on it. But I mean, have you ever had experiences of farmers making money out of work that you've done?
Well, come on.
Charging entry.
British barley make carling. Is that right?
British barley is used in food,
making carling,
drink. Yeah.
Who drinks carling?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I've been drinking the off spill of carling this evening. It's cheap at Lidl's. Yes.
Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah. That's probably. Yeah. Anyway.
We've got another question. Can we go for another question?
Okay. Yeah, we've got somebody calling in as well. Shall we?
Oh,
do you fancy taking a call?
I need a whiz.
All right, then. Well, I'll tell you what then.
Give an interlude.
We'll give a small interlude, and we'll ask a few questions in the channel, and we'll do the competition thing. So if you want to make yourself scarce, I'll fade your mic down so that we don't hear you in the lavatory in the altogether. Right, competition. We asked somebody to get. I'm on the wrong picture. Look, there we are. I'll go to me. Makes a bit more sense. We asked somebody to send in a picture, and we said that we would judge it last week, and that the winner would win a design that I did, and was made into a formation that the farmer cut out on the same morning that it appeared, and this was a crescent and a six-fold star. It was done near Bishop's Cannings. Now, it's got the date on it, and I'm going to give this away. Anyway, if we jump to the picture, it's the very last one. It's the black and white graphic one. And the winner was from Italy. The winner's actually asked us not to give out the name for personal reasons, but basically the winning design, which I couldn't show you last week because we had problems, that's the winning design that somebody sent in, which I think is quite impressive. So I kind of showed it as a spiral. It's not really a spiral. It's more of a sort of decreasing vortex effect, but very good stuff. So we may ask people in the future to do something with this idea again and send a design in, but this is going to be sent off to Italy, and we're going to try and run some more competitions. And I'll take a little second to tell you that we're going to have something coming up in the next couple of weeks, which might be something worth tuning in for, because we're going to do something on this show that will help people understand crop circles a lot more. And we're not going to say exactly what we're going to do, because we're going to keep it a little bit close to our chest. But we've got something from a very talented crop circle designer, and this crop circle designer is going to come and help us understand the subject. Let's put it like that. So we will give you the advance notice that you really want to tune in, because it's going to be a very special show, and hopefully you'll be very impressed by what you see. So that's going to be a world exclusive. I don't think anything like this has ever been done before. It's not going to be making a crop circle, because we haven't got any crop at the moment. So if you're abroad and you're wondering about that, it's definitely not making a crop circle, but it's something that's never been done before. It's going to be a world exclusive. So we've got the circle maker, Mr. P I Staker, or Dr. P I Stacker is back in the cold seat. Yeah, he's given up his wine supply now, and he's back to answer the questions in the channel. So, shall we go to Skype?
Just a second.
You know you want to.
Right.
Shall we go to Skype?
Yes.
Yes. Right. We'll give Sonia a call. How does that sound?
Go for it.
Go for it. He's like shaking his head. He's going, go on then. No, we don't
Okay,
really
I've got
want.
one coming through.
Okay. Sonia, can you hear us?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
I can.
Oh, you could sound a bit more excited. Go.
Hello?
Yeah, baby. You're through to the Circle Maker, just what you always wanted.
No.
Come on, we're paying you for this. Ask a question.
Okay, Dr. What's your name? Dr. P.
PI Staker.
PI Staker. I've been really enjoying listening to you, but I have to ask a question.
Go for it.
When you first got into crop circles, you know, into making them, what was the fundamental sort of thing that you got into? Why did you start making crop circles?
Oh, late night activities.
Is that it?
Yeah.
So there was nothing else that motivated you?
Oh, I like geometry.
Okay, and did that kind of, you know, did that sort of spring from anywhere? Did you look at images and think, you know, wow, I can see that in the field, I can see that in the landscape? Was there anything that, you know, what inspired you to make crop circles?
Yeah, I'm an artist. Whatever way I can get my artwork, you know, shown to everybody, I can possibly get my artwork known.
Yeah, and that's the point. You're an artist.
Yeah.
Okay, and you create art, and something about your art you want to get out to I can't say masses, but you want to get out to people.
You can say masses if you want.
Okay, masses. And there's something of
Say it louder. Say it harder.
Masses.
Masses.
Masses. And
Okay.
and you know, you want to create, and you come up with a design, and you want to put it out there, and you want people to what is it you want to imbue when you go out there and you work hard and you do whatever you do and you put a design in the field? What is it you are actually hoping for?
Well, I have an astrological sign of Leo. That probably means I've got a big ego.
Well, my dad was Leo, so carry on.
There you go. I've put my artwork out to the masses.
Yeah, so come on, just level with me.
I'm not. How can I level with you?
Not going to let you off the hook
can.
here.
You're not
with
going to
me.
level. No, you're not. Sorry.
You can level with me, just be really, forget about it, and just tell me why it is that you really wanted to get your artwork out there. What is the message?
It's a good medium.
Okay, so why do you feel that going out and making crop circles imparts that in the way that it does, rather than just drawing it on a bit of paper and sticking it up on the internet? What is different about what you do to just doing your design and sticking up and saying, here's a design I did?
I've drawn some pictures. I've stuck them in a gallery. I've drawn pictures. I've stuck them on a wall. I've drawn pictures, and I've spray painted them in a town.
Okay.
I've even sprayed them in a city.
And what's different here?
Sorry?
And so what's different? What's different when you go out?
It's a medium.
And exactly. So what is different about that medium? Okay, you're going out there and you are creating your design in a medium that is living. Okay, and people can come into your creation, into your design, and what makes that special?
What makes it special is it's temporary. I love temporary art.
Do you? Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
don't you think that part of that temporary art is the fact that it is anonymous?
I love the fact that I've spent months drawing or painting a picture, and then it's been destroyed. And I also love the fact that I've spent hours and hours putting a crop circle into a field, and it's also been destroyed.
But don't you think that's amazing?
It's also not about what people perceive. It's It's self-satisfaction of what you've done.
It is self-satisfaction, but don't you find there's a certain... I mean, I can't speak for you, okay? You know, what I'm trying to do is just find this kind of... There's a question in myself, and I'm going to keep on asking it over all the months that this goes on, you know, is to, like, at the base root, at the fundamental bottom line, take away everything. You create, okay, you draw. I presume you're an artist anyway. You will draw something and you will think to yourself, that will look good in the field. And that will give a feeling. And what you're creating is something that transcends everything that is you. And you create this design, or you contribute to a design that has been created, and then people go into this. I just have this massive issue with outing the anonymity, because to me, when you create something, you're creating it and people are going into it. As soon as you say, I created that or I designed that, then people are going to look at it differently. You know, they're going to look at this program and they're going to look at you and they're going to see you and they're going to associate you with the various designs that are flashed up, and they're going to say, oh, that was that Dr. whoever person, and he did that one. And oh God, I had that experience.
That's good. I've listened to you, and I think I've heard you say the word you about 15, 20 times.
Yeah.
And actually, it's not me as a person.
That's right. It's not
exactly.
You.
It's not me. I have not. It's not me.
Yeah, you know that. You know that because you have dreams, okay, and you go into that dream state. Yeah, you do.
Exactly.
And you go into that dream state and you experience, and whatever that experience is, whether it's lucid dreaming or whatever it is, you have. I'm going to use the word vision, okay, and I can only call it. Oh God, it's really difficult because I really understand what you're saying when you say light beings, you say whatever it is you call them, but you know, biological entities and jellyfish or whatever it is. You see these shapes and these patterns, and there's something imparted, okay, and you're having this experience, and that experience is inspiring you, and you create, and from that you create, and then you go out and you create within the fields, and then people come in and they're having a living experience. Would you agree?
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd also agree if you took the letter U and you stuck it together and you squashed it real tight. It'd create a circle. Yeah.
I think, you know, I've listened to Matt's program, and I've kind of followed all of the programs, and I originally called in on the first program, and then I sort of steered clear because my voice is reasonably recognizable.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of I find that difficult because people know, you know, they're like, oh yeah, we know who that is. Okay. But I still really
coming to get you.
I still really feel that, you know.
So how do you like my hat? Does it look good, does it?
I can't see your hat. It's all like blurred out against the background.
Don't turn me.
There you go, look. There's his hat.
I can't. I've paused it. I can't see.
Oh, very good of you. Thanks.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is that I am really still trying to come to some sort of understanding. You know, I understand the need to talk about and say, you know, I created this, I created that, I feel this, you know, I'm trying to put forward a positive vibe, you know, this is the formation I made, it's like imbued with blah, 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 you know, but at the end of the day, what is it that is actually motivating you to come and say, whether it be with a scarf around your face?
Well, it's certainly not money.
Hey?
It's certainly not money.
Well, who's talking about money, you know?
Exactly.
Did you start making formations because of money? No, you didn't. Did you draw designs because of money? Why are you on this program? What is it that motivates you?
Very good question.
I'm dragging people
Kicking
and screaming onto this
I've
program.
also asked myself
Matt,
the same
has
question.
nothing to do with you. I am asking Dr. whatever his name is to actually tell me why.
I am here for one good reason.
Why?
And that's to tell the researchers that all crop circles are man-made.
Why?
Why not?
Okay, so what do you get out of that?
I get out the fact that the truth is the truth, and you know, we should stop chasing rainbows.
Okay, so why? Why?
You've asked me that, and I just told you.
I know, but I'm asking you. You know, there is a why that follows the why. Okay, I understand. So you feel that there are a percentage of researchers who need to know, you know, inverted commas, that crop circles are man-made. Okay, but why? You draw a diagram. Okay, you have a feeling, a vibe, whatever it is, and you create, and that inspires you to go out. And I assume, you know, I don't know, I've never been out with you, you know, to go and create a design. Are you creating that design thinking, I'm going to create that design so that the researchers know that this is man-made? Are you going around that formation, creating it for that reason?
No.
Why are you doing it?
You've put me on the spot.
Yeah, come on.
There's been a bit of a sea change in ideas.
No, Matt, let him answer the question. I really want to hear what he has to say.
I'm just trying to sort of...
That's okay. I really can't answer that question as to why.
But you need to think about that question because you're not going out there. You are not going out there and creating your design because you want the researchers to know that it's all made by
Exactly.
people. You are doing it for a different reason. You know you are.
Exactly.
So tell us why.
Unfortunately, that's not a question I can answer.
Okay, but you know deep down why that is, don't you?
No.
He's not been given clearance to answer that question.
No, it's got nothing to do with that.
You know yourself, Sonia. That
he hasn't got a high enough clearance to answer that question.
No, but he knows what I mean.
I know it. I know what you mean. But
of course you do.
You know what
we know
what I mean, and unfortunately, I can't answer that question for you.
Okay, and I think that therein lies the crux of the matter. Okay, is that until you can focus on that fundamental, most important point of why that is. Then you cannot really answer why it is that you are extrapolating beyond that into the point where you feel that all researchers, all people should know, because actually at the fundamental root of creation of a formation of anything, that is irrelevant. It is irrelevant.
Well, unfortunately, I can try to explain to you.
I know, but that's what I'm asking you to do, and you can't.
From perhaps the age of 2 or 3, that I can put in a pencil to a piece of paper and draw a circle.
Yeah.
At that age, I wouldn't explain to you as and how I could do that. So at this moment in time, I can't explain to you as and why I can design a complex circle.
Okay.
Put it into a field and stomp it out with a plank of wood.
Okay, but I mean, you must understand
it's something I can't actually explain.
No, and I understand that, but you have, you have at your disposal oh God, it's really hard to describe, an ability that most people don't have. Okay, you know,
No.
you have a drawing.
You've got the same ability as me.
You have, okay, you have an ability to look at something that is flat, on a flat bit of paper from above. Okay, and dark, you can see it and you can create it. Okay, and that has nothing to do with proving to anybody that that is made by people. It is much deeper than that. And if we're going to have programs like this, where we get circle makers on that are going to talk about why they create and why they do, then I think, you know, we need to get to the base level and be really honest about why that is. And
that's good. It's good to ask the reasons why. And it's also good to understand that people do not understand the reasons why they do it as well.
I know, but you see, to me, it just, I mean, you know, to me, if I cannot understand something, I will not progress past the point until I do. You know, I would not come into a situation where you are and say, you know, and to put myself into the line of fire until I totally understood. You know what I'm saying?
He does know what you're saying. Sorry. I cannot possibly begin to start explaining to you what's going on here in the studio. You're going to have to watch it on the playback. You may like it, you may not.
Okay, well, that's it then from me.
No.
Thank you very much, Sonia.
Well, thanks, Sonia. I mean, I don't know if... Can I make a point? I mean, come back in if you want to sort of join in on this one, but you're still there.
I am.
You are still there. I faded you down a little bit to stop the echo a bit, but
I'm paused.
you're paused. Are you paused?
I am.
Right. Okay, well, you're still here. So I was just going to say, you're looking for a reason, a specific reason, but does it
I'm not looking for a reason.
Okay, let me fade you back
Oh,
up.
back.
Okay, yeah.
I don't mind talking again.
Okay, you're looking for a reason, but...
No, I am not looking for a reason.
Well, you're asking, is there a reason why?
Yeah.
What I would say is I could turn that into a different question and say, does there have to be an answer to why if it feels right? And does it feel right to be on this program?
Well, I think if one is on your program and it feels right, then one must have a reason as to why it feels right.
Maybe it just feels right. Maybe you don't have to have a reason. Maybe it just feels right. I mean, I'm
your biggest proponent against this program, don't you, Matt?
No, I didn't really know that.
Yeah, I am.
I'm glad. We've let you on, though, haven't we?
You know, I just really have a problem. You know, I totally respect your program. I think I don't have an issue with people talking about why they do this, but I just think, you know, if there is, I don't know, there's just something that
you don't know. Well, maybe you need the answer from you. Maybe you have more answers than we have. Yes. Because I mean, I don't know whether it's a good idea to do this program, but I feel that it probably will help. Will it be a good thing? Most people tell me no, and they don't like the idea of it. To be honest.
Yeah, but nobody has been able to give me a concise answer as to what this achieves.
I think it helps people understand that circle makers aren't wankers. That's my thing. Is like, you know.
But hold on, that's putting the whole onus on circle makers. You know, is this about circle makers? Is this where we're going?
I think so. You know, Dr. P Staker has you know, contributed a lot over the years. But I mean, do you find it hurts you when people say that, you know, if it is people doing this, that they're not nice people? Does that get to you?
It does, yes. Yeah.
It does. He says it does.
Yeah, if they're not nice people, then yeah, it does hurt.
Yeah, well then you need to get desensitized. I mean, for God's sake.
Well, no, I desensitize sometimes.
Hey?
I desensitize sometimes.
Okay. right, but you're going to find many situations in your life, and extrapolate outside of circles, forget circles for 1 second. You're going to find many situations in your life where people are going to disagree with you, where they're going to say, no, that wasn't the right thing to do, or blah, blah, blah. It's just, I think, for me personally, and I'm very open about this. Matt, I talk about this on the Crop Circle Connector website. I'm very open. I say I don't agree in this bloody program because I really, for me, I don't want to know who made what bloody circle or what. I just want to enjoy it. The only analogy I can give you, is like years ago when I was very, very young. I was really into this guy on the radio, and his voice was amazing, and I was like, oh my God, he's lovely, and I love him, and he's so sexy and brilliant. And then I found out it was Terry Wogan, and I was just like, it's Terry Wogan, and I couldn't bear it, and everything he said after that was just filtered through, it's Terry Wogan, and I think a part of what I love about circles, personally, is the fact that there is no claim. Before now, that it was I could just go with my kids. I could go to Wiltshire each year, and we could get in the car, and I go, yeah, let's go to this, and we'd drive to the formation, and we'd run into the formation, and I'd be like, oh, look, isn't that amazing?
That's the Santa factor, though, isn't it? And
it's not Santa factor. I'm not a kid, okay? It's not. It's a different thing. It's not imbued
I'm not
with someone
accusing you
else's
of being bad in any way for that, but I mean, I'm just drawing a parallel that people have their beliefs, don't they? And those beliefs are very comforting, but they may not necessarily be the same as other people's beliefs, and beliefs clash. And we have a belief that it's a good idea to kind of tell the truth, and other people have a belief it's a better thing to be fluffy and not know the truth.
Oh, Matt, but it's not fluffy. I'm not talking about fluffy. I'm not talking about running into a formation and going, this is made by aliens.
Some people make money out of that. The circle makers don't. And they've been giving the most to this subject over the years,
well,
I believe.
Frankly, Matt, I don't give a shit if people make money out of it. I don't care. I think this is a very, very ridiculous sort of position to take. The photographers make money out of it. This person makes money out of it. For God's sake!
I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but it's a shame that the people who've actually given the circles away have been the ones that really, on many levels, have got, they've got the heartwarming feeling over this. But a lot of them are poor, and a lot of them.
So what? Don't make circles.
Well,
if you can't deal with it, don't do it.
Yeah, a lot of them are poor. And,
Sonia, what I would like to say is my critics are my best teachers. So I would thank you for that. That's very good.
Yeah. I mean, it's good to hear the other side.
Hold on, Matt, just 1 minute, because I just,
Oh, you're going to carry on, Matt. No worries. Carry on.
Dr. Whatever, I'm going to go in a minute. But,
Don't threaten us with that. We we can't take it if you go.
The thing is,
we're going to keep you here. You started something now. What right do you have to go? That's what I want to know. What right do you have to just start a conversation like that and just go? Sorry.
I don't. The thing is that I know who's sitting on that chair at the moment. And that person knows me as well. Through a very long thread of communication. It's not like we've ever met in person, but, deep down intrinsically, Dr. What are you called? P, Dr. P, there is a communication.
PI Staker.
Yeah, exactly. You talk about light beings, you talk about, what you experience. I understand that. It's a different sort of thing for me. I don't see any sort of fundamental issue with what you're talking about. My main issue is about the anonymity thing. It's when you step outside of that.
It does change things, but who wrote the rules?
What rules?
Exactly. What rules? Why are people so determined to not have this talked about? Because it's a new thing, isn't it? It's never been done like this before, Yeah, you had your Doug and Dave, but you know they were always a bit tongue-in-cheek sometimes about how they talked about it. Well, you know, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, maybe I'm offending somebody by saying that, but I think they're always a little bit sort of like, you know, yeah, come on, everybody, you know, come on. And I'm like, I'm sort of, there's more to this, you know, Mr. just Doctor, Professor, Archbishop P.I. Staker, you know, he thinks there's more to this. So we're not trying to take everything away, but we're just looking to kind of redress the balance a little bit, because I mean, you know,
how though, Matt? You know, where are you going to redress the balance? You know, so
people didn't want to believe the Earth went round the sun. You know, they thought that the.
But this isn't the Earth round the sun. This is crop circles.
I mean, we haven't lost out by learning the truth that, you know, the Earth is in fact the centre of the universe and everything. You know, everything else we thought. You know, it's like. It's just moving on, and I think sometimes it's a bit painful for some people, and I apologise if it's painful. I don't wish
it's not flat.
Oh God, no! It's not like round, that. Mate. You know, this round. To me, this is an excuse. I don't see it like that at all. You know, this is like fluffing up the big picture with like reasons why. You know, I don't see it like that. You know, I do not understand, and I have not yet heard anybody say anything that makes me understand why you should come along and say, I made that formation, I made that formation, I did it because blah, blah, blah. Because actually, I don't think that when you go out, I could be wrong, you know, everybody's different, and I can't speak for the whole, and I could be talking shite, you know.
Well, we've given you a few reasons. We haven't given you no reasons, but we, you know.
What is the reason? You know, to me, it seems that the fundamental reason at the moment seems to be that the researchers are saying that we're crap and that we do this and that, and we want to show the researchers that circle makers aren't really like that. As humans, we have blah, 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 A, B, and C.
Okay, it's cheaper than going to the gym.
No, that...
There we are, that's humour. Circle makers are allowed to have humour. A lot of circles researchers will say that's not right. You know, how dare you be say you're a circle maker? You know, you can't do anything. You can't draw. You can't speak. You can't make a circle. You're not even nice people. But the point is that circle makers have been giving this away for a very long time. And
giving what away? Hold on a moment.
Giving
you're talking
as
if you're imparting a formation. Hold on, Matt. You know,
it is given away though, isn't it? Because most circle makers they don't hold the ownership of their formations.
No,
they let them waft into the ethers, and people make up their own minds. But for some reason, of late, circle makers have decided that they're going to do it a bit different. Just try it out, you know.
Why?
Because 2012's coming, and we're all going to die. And if we don't tell people the truth soon, we haven't got a bloody chance to, are we?
Well, I mean, that's so dismissive, isn't it? I mean, you can't actually give me a reason why, can you?
That was a reason why. It was very
because
sarcastic.
2012 is coming, and we're all going to die.
Some people believe that that's what's going to happen, so we better get it out soon.
No, but you know, I mean, come on, you know, realistically, forget that. Why?
Approach the question from a different angle, because the same question is being asked and it's not getting answered, so perhaps we can ask it in a different way. Is that possible?
Yeah.
Can we turn it to the caller?
Bring up the mic.
Can we turn it to the caller and ask the same question but in the opposite sense? Like, why does the circle maker make the circle? When the caller is going into the circle, what is the caller experiencing? And then perhaps we can cross-reference it with what the circle maker's intention was. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah, it does. It does make total sense. Okay, so I go to Wiltshire each year. I have experiences in Wiltshire that are non-related to crop circles. So I have my own experiences that are related to UFOs, and I see light beings, and I have experiences, and lots of people think, you know, you're insane, or lots of people understand, you know, my experiences. They say you're having an experience, that's what you believe, that's fine. And some people are like, yeah, we understand you see light beings. Okay, then I look at the crop circles, and I don't look at the crop circles, and I don't look at them and say, there's a person that went out and made that and they're channeling something or they're doing something. I look at the crop circles and I go into them and I have an experience. Okay, now if I go into that crop circle and I think, oh, Agent S or Agent D or Agent A or Agent B made that formation, I'm not going to have the same experience because I am already primed for...
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, so it takes away from me something that is fundamentally important to me, and that is the fact that it's not owned. The fact that it is just there. I can go into it and I can experience that formation and I can sit in it and I can listen to people and talk to people and meet people, and they're like having an experience, and I don't have to think, well, oh shit, I know, I watched like CirclemakersTV and he said he made the hummingbird and she said she made like blah. And I can actually just go into it and experience it and have an experience without any face on it.
So would you say then that your experiences on your road, I don't know if you call it spirituality or not, but on your journey, it's been interrupted by menaces, and by menaces, in your mind, would you say that it's circle makers claiming artwork that isn't theirs when you've either had good experiences, like they're interfering with the channels that you're having? Would you say that?
Yeah, I think that's a very good question, actually. You know, I wouldn't quite put it in that way. I just think that being able to have the freedom without a predisposition is much more, oh God, able to open you up, or not open you up, but you can walk into a formation and you can just be without wondering why Dr. whatever his name is came up with that design.
Magnum PI.
Yeah, but there is another question there, isn't there? Because if you go into a circle, unbeknownst to you, whether it's man-made or made by who or whatever, and you have a good experience, it's important to know whether this person did make that circle. That has a relevance on your experience.
What relevance?
Well, if you go into a circle and you have a profound experience, but this chap on the sofa has made that circle, that has a role to play in your life.
Okay, and why do I need to know that if the experience is going to be the same either way?
Well, why do you need to know that he makes circles or not? Like, you're fighting the same argument in essence, aren't you?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, I suppose that's where it boils down to personal interpretation. You see, I don't look at circles the same way. Sure. You know, I don't go into a circle and think, who made this? You know, I don't walk into a circle and look at whether it's got blown nodes.
Sonia.
Yeah.
Sorry. I take it you've been to a few galleries in your time?
I have.
Yeah. So would you look at a painting and look at that painting and enjoy that painting and say, who made that? Who drew that?
No, I wouldn't. No. You see, that's the thing. I actually wouldn't.
So you would enjoy that painting as
it's different.
Even though there's a signature below the painting.
But it's different. I can't walk into that painting.
Sorry?
I can't walk into that painting. It's a different thing. You know, I'm not going to walk into that painting and meet people in that painting who are doing vocal harmonics and trying to find the harmonics of that painting. Yeah, I'm not going to walk into the Tate and find a load of people sat in the Tate who are sitting there trying, they're not sitting around in a circle in the Tate gallery over a constable wondering if,
trouble for
and
that.
what.
You would get in trouble for that.
It's a personal thing, okay? Everybody is different.
Exactly, everybody's different, and you know, if I was so intrigued by a Van Gogh, I would gather my friends and sit round in a circle in the gallery and chant Om Mani Padme Hum.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, these are just my kind of, you know.
I think you know, with we're going to have to sort of move on slightly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's been very interesting because it's been lively. So you know, but I still think there are no rules, and if there were any rules, you know, then those rules could be rewritten, and there's nothing to say that anything is good or bad in what's going on. People are free to kind of dismiss what we say, and I'm sure many will. They're going to look at Commander Straker on the seat, and they're going to think that was a shitty series, and Jerry Anderson didn't know what the fuck he was on about. So, you know, it's
okay. Can I just ask one more question?
Personal interpretation.
Okay.
Go on then, very briefly.
So to the person on the seat, do you actually believe that you are creating designs, whatever? Do you think there is some higher agency?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. That's the issue for me. You see, when you hit that point, then the whole game changes.
Exactly.
We've got a point here. Dr. P I Staker did not admit to making them whilst they were still in the field. So people were able to have their own experiences. The visitors could have their own experiences. And how do those people feel now, knowing that the experiences they had were in fact induced by the hand of man? You know, so this is information that's coming out much later than the fact that people have been and had wonderful experiences, isn't it? So, what do you think about that? I mean, it's just Commander Straker. I mean, you didn't admit to them at the time you did them.
I did not know.
No, so everybody's had their experiences, and probably wouldn't you know, you couldn't deny people those experiences.
Exactly. I would never deny any good experience that someone's had within a beautiful place. You know, I can sit on top of a nice hill on a nice sunny day and have an extremely beautiful experience. But within a field full of art, you know, 5 times better, 10 times better.
It is very different, and maybe that's why it evokes so many reactions and emotions in people, because it is so powerful.
It is, yeah. And
that's why it is different.
You know, unfortunately, the people who do design or make or take so much energy to create these formations, you know, the energy's got to rebound and have an effect on whoever comes to visit them, you know, whether it's a day or a week later.
Yeah. No, totally. And I mean, I'm going to go now, because, I mean, Dorothy says to me, Sonia is bitter. She can't see the fact that art comes from spirituality. I guess the only good circle is one made by an alien. Dorothy, you are so wrong. Okay? Let me just state that categorically. The only good circle is a circle that imbues positivity, okay, regardless of its source, where people go into it and they meet other people and they have a thoughtful moment and an experience, and they come away, and 3 years later they're still saying, God, do you remember when we went into that crop circle? Okay, it's got nothing to do with alien. I don't care about alien, about human, about nothing. I care about how people experience and what they experience and what they learn. And that's that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Night.
We will not ban you from a future show. You're more than welcome.
Oh, God. Good. Right.
Thank
bye.
you. No, thanks. Thanks, seriously. it wouldn't be so lively without these debates. So thank you for that. Yeah. There we are. Look, you're getting a goodbye from Magnum PI. So thanks very much for that. Have we got any questions in channel? Because we've been on this one for quite some time. So we might have missed some stuff. Anything in there that we need to bring up?
There was one. I've got to find it now. Did you claim one of the circles they're asking? I think. Hang on, where I can find it now. Can somebody rewrite that question? Which circle did you want to know if it was made? I can't find it now. Anybody?
Darthy's joking. He says, "Don't listen to Matt. He's a CIA agent. All circles are made by orbs of light."
Yeah.
You know, I've even thought that maybe we as circle makers may have had our brains reprogrammed to think we're circle makers.
I don't even know that. You know, sometimes, you know, I drive my car and I might turn into a ball of light and all of a sudden get back into my car again and not know what's happened.
Yeah.
It's the jellyfish, Matt.
There you go. It's the jellyfish. PI.
Sorry, Pete. Yeah, sorry. Looking at the screen, that's why. Did you make the jellyfish formation, or were you involved in that circle?
I liked that formation. It was very nice.
Oh, you liked it, so you didn't make it.
I liked it.
It's a statement of a different type. You must interpret it in whichever way you wish.
I'm not sure then.
Who's asking that?
That is Roger CCC.
Roger CCC. Yeah, I did like that formation, Roger. It was good.
See? Still a bit of enigmatic behaviour going on there.
Very nice.
Really, you know? Not sort of like ripping the baby out of the arms of the researcher and throwing it off the cliff, you know? Sort of coaxing the baby with a little, you know, sweeties around the corner and then putting it in a sack. Slightly different, you know, it's not quite so direct.
We've got some cheeky ones as well.
Oh, Christ, those have the cheeky ones. I like the cheeky
ones. Have you ever had sex in a crop circle? Or a groupie?
No, I haven't. Oh, I don't know, actually. No, I haven't. No.
Still time.
No, yeah, unfortunately I haven't, actually. I could have done. Yeah, never mind.
It's not an easy one to admit, is it? I mean, people who are researching...
Well, no, you know, because some crop circles, you know, they're way out, you know. Some of them have taken me half an hour to actually get to make them or be involved with them. So, you know, it's a perfect place, you know.
See, it's okay for researchers.
A bit corny though, isn't it?
Yeah, some researchers have had experiences and had sex in circles and all this sort of stuff. But I mean, you know, it's like once
all them pole shots and that.
Yeah, blown nodes. I mean, sorry,
blown nodes.
Yeah.
I guess you should.
I haven't even had a blown node in a crop circle.
Dear.
I've never paid for a blown node in a crop circle. Yeah.
I guess you should answer the obvious question, or the classic question, which is, what is your favourite cheese? By Crossbone.
Oh, my favourite cheese.
This is becoming a regular question, isn't it?
Oh, it is, yeah. I don't know, I heard that answer before.
But what's your answer?
Oh, my favourite cheese. I don't know, I've got a couple. It's either Leerdammer or halloumi.
Never heard of that one.
Haven't you?
No, halloumi.
Oh, halloumi. Yeah, you can grill it and fry it. And yeah, they've even started doing it with chili. It's really nice. Halloumi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to check that out then. So,
yeah, halloumi.
Obfuscation, that is... Oh, sorry. Obfuscation, that is, Matt, not enigmatic behaviour. Don't know quite what that's... Ariadne said that.
Confiscation?
Obfuscation, which,
right. What's
which means
that?
to hide something.
Yeah,
obfuscation.
When PI wasn't answering directly whether he made the jellyfish or not, and you said it was enigmatic behaviour. Ariadne's referring to obfuscation. I don't know what that means.
Means not being clean about it, not coming clean.
Exactly.
Slightly hiding the true answer.
It's a bent truth, or believe what you will.
The thing is, some circle makers are very much up for the idea of coming on you and going, that's mine, that's mine, that's mine, and we call that like a rug pull, don't we? There's a sort of like some researchers, it's rug pulling, and then it trips people up, and other circle makers are trying to be a little bit more careful about it, a little bit more careful and
a bit coy.
Yeah. Especially on the better stuff sometimes, isn't it? Here's some crap I did. Yeah, I made that. These ones, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Because they're better. It seems to be a sort of the way things would work. If you've got the best circle that's ever appeared,
Then
would you really
next
want
time
to
I
admit
have
to
sex
that?
in a crop field, I'll take a picture and get it shown on crop circle connector, and it might be a formation.
Yeah.
It might have blown nodes or not.
Job offers.
We've got another question. Will you be making any circles this year?
No.
If so, what theme do you have in mind?
No.
Do you want to open that one up a little bit?
Not making any crop circles this year. And as for a theme, there won't be a theme because I'm not making any.
What do you think?
I'm not going to design any. I'm not going to make any. I wouldn't be on this program otherwise. I've perhaps expended myself now. I've done what I've done. If anybody wants an apology, they've got it. I'm sorry that I'm a human and I've made crop circles.
Well, what Goatboy23 is asking is, why so eager to say, I made this about the others, but not the jellyfish? What makes the jellyfish so special that we can't discuss it?
Yeah, it's not about what makes the jellyfish so special. I've...
Okay, we'll move on.
Yeah, we'll move on.
Because it's one of your better ones, one of the ones you love the most.
Okay.
I'm asking.
I like the way you say you, so yeah, I made I made a jellyfish.
I mean, I have to.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. You keep asking the same questions. People will trip
Cheers,
up
Matt.
in the end. No, you could have said no. You could have said no. I didn't want to make you say that. But if I was making allusions to the fact that, you may or may not have been there, would you really want to admit to what would possibly be your better work? And if the answer to that is maybe not, then that's a reason to kind of hedge around it a bit. So I think there's a few circle makers have said to me they'd never come on this show.
There's a few pieces of work that I've done, and there's a few pieces of work that I've done in collaboration. And a couple of the pieces I've been reluctant to talk about are a couple of the pieces I've done in collaboration. Hence, why I was so reluctant to talk about the jellyfish.
It's the best answer you're going to get, I think, on that one, isn't it? That's it in a nutshell. That's why a lot of researchers have said, sorry, not researchers, circle makers have said they don't want to come on the show because it's like too many people were involved, So you have to get everybody to agree before you can kind of talk about anything.
Yeah.
So
yeah, basically, I've kind of said enough about the jellyfish, anyway.
Okay. Well, how are we doing for time? It's 22:12. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm good.
You good to go, eh?
Good to go.
All right, let's take a couple more questions, and then then we should start wrapping it up, because I know we've got people that said that they need to get to work, and our little 4-hour marathon last week wasn't everybody's cup of tea, so we'll come halfway on that one.
I've got a question, if you don't mind, please. What evidence can you present, confirm you made any, apart from just saying you did?
Ooh.
Would you want to prove on that absolute level? Would you want to?
If I have an agreement.
Yep.
An immunity you're talking about?
If I have an agreement with, yeah.
An immunity from prosecution?
Yep.
Okay.
Then that's fine. I've got 2 pieces which I could show.
Okay, I think there's your answer, guys.
That's proof.
Yeah.
Wow. There you go. I think we've covered quite a lot. Let's just make sure that we're not missing anything. Does it have poisonous tentacles? The jellyfish?
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a pat back.
Yeah. Whilst making it, if you were say chance part of the team, which I didn't say you were, but if you were, you might have had a bad back. Okay. Did you get sucked into the gravitational field with the jellyfish lube on your plank space snowboards? Now this is going somewhere now. Why can't we have good questions like this earlier on?
Oh, I like it. Did I get sucked into the gravitational field of lube?
With the jellyfish lube on our plank space snowboards.
No, it wasn't even slippery.
That's from Splixie.
Good old Splixie, no.
Okay.
Yeah, Planksy, I like it, Planksy.
Yeah. The aliens tried to warn us till those nasty hoaxes came and spoiled everything. Now all we can see are jellyfish. So, Splixie says, burn the hoaxers. I hope it's a joke.
Burn the hoaxers, that's good.
Yeah.
I'll fund him with paraffin money if you want.
Yeah, if you show us some hoaxers, we'll burn them. Yeah,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't know many hoaxers. We just know people who make crop circles. Take us to the hoaxers. They probably deserve it. The real hoaxers, though, are the researchers.
I used to be able to get out of the that machine at the post office. Pink paraffin. Put money in and be able to get the pink paraffin out.
Right. Yeah.
To burn hoaxers, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I wish the researchers would tell it a little bit more how it is. I mean, it's. What do you think? Would you be happier if the researchers were a little bit more acknowledging of?
I think the researchers should be, a little bit more open, or a little bit more real. It's all very well being a snail.
Dion seems to.
But perhaps you should come out of your shell a little bit more often and, at least have a little walk around.
Dion's confused by he says hoaxers are researchers. Doesn't seem to understand that one. I think you should, Dion, because you've been in a few times now with us talking. Are you hoaxers or researchers? Do you want to explain why hoaxers might be researchers? So I'm sort of putting words in your mouth here a bit, but I kind of sense you agree with it a bit.
Hoaxers are researchers.
Yes. Well, the researchers are the hoaxers, maybe.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I kind of see what's going on. Whether there's like a conglomeration that the researchers also make the circles and do the research and take the photos, and it's all one big package. And
I didn't quite. Yeah, you could be right on.
And they call it 2012 calendar.
There aren't many researchers I know of that are actually involved in circle making, and I mean, I
Oh, I don't know of any.
I think I know most of the researchers who are out there, and
I don't know any.
they're
I don't know any
doing it.
researchers. I don't know any hoaxers.
Yes.
You know.
So. And Zoot says they sell the books. Yes. And
They sell the books.
yeah.
Oh, I see.
And Dion then says, what researchers make crop circles? So that was his point, yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any? I don't know of any.
No, I don't know of any.
I do know of some researchers that have changed some crop circles. They've gone in and made additions.
Really?
Altered them.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's wicked.
You know, seen that with my own
Or
eyes.
is that bad, or in
No.
a good way, or is that like a destruction or an addition? You know,
Opened my eyes because, you know, they weren't
is that
telling.
a good addition though?
I found it fascinating that they would then not tell people that they'd
Was
done
it
that.
was it an enhancement?
Maybe. Little
Maybe.
grape shots and things like that.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You know, it's almost like as if they wanted to be remembered as well.
Yeah.
You know,
There's my mark.
there's my mark. You know,
I done that.
I want to be added to this. I
It's
want to
good,
be remembered for
well,
this.
Yeah, it's exactly the same as the old school graffiti artist. You know,
Mm.
that's spray a train. I done that.
Yeah,
That's my train.
it's almost like, you know, you got your Banksy.
Yeah.
Somebody has thrown paint at the Banksies, you know, in Bristol, because they want to be remembered on top of the Banksy. They want to be remembered
There's a
as
feud, isn't there? Apparently between King Robbo, he's probably in his 50s now. He's an old skinhead.
Mm.
King Robbo and Banksy, and they keep painting over each other's, each other's pieces. Same thing, you know. But that's art, you know. That's street art. That's art. That's good. You know, all art is good.
And are there any rules? You know.
No, there is no rules.
Exactly. I mean, you know, Banksy operates in an illegal manner, and somebody else comes along and puts theirs on top of his. It's a defiance. You know, there's an element of anarchy and chaos, and who writes the rules?
That's where the game starts.
Yeah. You know, all news is interesting news, isn't it? Even when it's bad news.
Yeah.
There's always somebody who's listening and reacting to it, talking about it.
So, there's no blown nodes.
Mm.
I mean, that's what we were getting at originally, wasn't it? About the blown nodes? I don't know.
Well, I've forgotten the point now. Right. Yes, that's right, yes. If you didn't catch the question, there's something wrong with your internet connection. Yes.
Well, my internet connection.
Yes, Matt, ask a question, shoot. That one? Matt, you took an interesting photo of a snow frost ghost formation at Oliver's Castle. What do you think caused that? The circle, the original circle, or the fact that the ghost formation was there in the snow? I can answer both, really. I think the original crop formation was probably made by people. And I think the reason it was there afterwards, like many of them are, is because when you flatten the ground, you basically cause it to react differently to a number of different things. Drainage, if rain gets on it, it's going to drain differently, and if you put snow on it, it's going to insulate differently. So the snow is either going to want to dissipate quicker or slower, on or off where the circle was, because that's compressed ground. And the third reason is because when you have an area that's been flattened down by a crop circle, very quickly grass grows into that area because there's less shadow. And when you've got the tall crop, then you don't get much of that happening. But when you flatten down, the sun's getting in closer to the ground sooner. And sometimes I think people walking around as well will actually start spreading the seeds around, crushing them in, and it allows them to grow quicker, as if it was a replanted field. That you've got the next year's worth of crop then being started early in that field. So you start to get a little bit of green growing up, and you notice the green formations, and they call them green ghost formations. And then in the winter, of course, that pre-grown grass is like an insulation blanket, and living crop has heat. and when the ice or the snow melts quicker over that area so you can see the formation, it's because of the heat of the fact that the grass is there. So you've got compacted earth and the grass in that area. Just a possibility. I'm not a scientist, but that would be a very easy way to explain that one, I think. So, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, that's perfect. Displaced corn.
Yeah. Okay. Jimone says, I sense some rivalry between Matt and the Circle Makers, and that's in quotes, the Circle Makers. What do you think? Do you think there's any rivalry between me and the Circle Makers?
I don't think so, no. I think it's, it's a fair... you're giving a fair play to us and researchers and everybody else. It's it's a fair show, fair program.
Not sure if he means Circle Makers in general or, quote, the Circle Makers, as in circlemakers.org, maybe. Might be saying that. Do you think there's any rivalry between me and Circle Makers, the circlemakers.org?
Circlemakers.org.
I mean, would you perceive there's any rivalry between me and them?
No.
I mean...
Hang on. I think Mysterian is asking, Banksy versus Robbo, is there rivalry between Circle Makers? So, is it Circle Makers versus Banksy? Possibly.
Perhaps Circle Makers versus researchers, maybe, yeah. But I don't know.
I mean, I get accused. I've been accused by the circlemakers.org, certain members, of being in a rivalry situation with them, and I've said, well, I think the world's big enough for more than one set of teams. Basically, it's not about who's the biggest and who's the best.
Come on, it's an art world. We're not.
I'm not out to take anybody's work away from them, as Circle Makers who are doing it
exactly.
for,
we're not,
those sorts of reasons. But inevitably, I have done.
We're not filming from a Masonic hall.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not out to stop what the Circle Makers are doing, but inevitably, because I've got a profile, because I've been mouthy about it, I get phone calls as well as they get phone calls, and I sense that there's some sort of angst about the fact that
That's right.
I'm getting known.
We use a compass, we use a ruler, but it's not our symbol, is it?
Mm. I mean, I'm glad there's more Circle Makers out there. That's why I'm half, interested in doing this show, because I want to show people that it's not Matt Williams. There's a lot of people out there that should get the credit for things they've done. Yeah. And I genuinely feel...
Introduce them all. It's good.
Yeah.
But one of the funny things, I did see the Banksy film. I don't know if you did see the Banksy film. His new film, yes. Exit Through the Gift Shop, or whatever it is.
Yes, I have, yeah.
And his statement at the end was...
Was it a good idea?
I'm never going to introduce any of my art to anyone ever again.
Yeah.
Only because the guy he introduced his art to was, became a multi-millionaire from him. Mm. But there you go. That's the art world, You've got to be passionate.
Mm. And I mean, to be honest as well, I wouldn't want to take the Circle Makers position, because they're doing it this way over here. Yeah. And most people in Wiltshire that I know, and people who've gone off to live in other parts of the country and who've taken the circles from Wiltshire up to different places as well, I think they've kept it pure. And I've asked a lot of them, would they like to be on the show, and they've said no. They've kept it pure the way it used to be. They've kept it old school, and they're not in it for the money, and they don't want their names to be known, and they're just happy doing what they're doing. But I also know there are some Circle Makers out there that, given this opportunity, would take it up. That's why I've done this, because there are people who say, look at the Circle Makers. They've got it in the press, haven't they? They've been talking about it. So why shouldn't I? Why not? And then when you give that opportunity, people say maybe you shouldn't. You know, it should just be old school. But that's what I say. Who writes the rules?
Exactly.
Who writes the rules?
Who knows what's best? You know, you either bring it into the open or you keep it secret. You know.
We might end up regretting having done this at some point.
Exactly.
But we can't tell until
how long did it take for someone to discover that painting in the cave? That has been there for millions of years.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? You know, just break it open.
Mm. Got a question here from Splixy, is it? The aliens are upset about people making crop circles and people accusing aliens of committing a crime when they are innocently flying around in spaceships the whole time. Yeah.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
If they were so innocently flying around in the spaceships, they certainly wouldn't have no interest in our primitive lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
You know, we're sat in here making I'd call it a documentary. Wouldn't you call it a documentary? Of, you know.
This program.
Yeah.
I think it's a documentary.
It's a documentary. We're making, you know, describing the making or creation or artwork of crop circles. And, you know, what the aliens are doing. Sure they got a pair of, you know, bigger and better fish to fry. Maybe it's not fish. You know, whatever they have.
Maybe we are their fish.
Maybe we are.
In our little
Apparently
goldfish
like
bowl called Earth.
like cows. Apparently like cows, I heard. Yeah, they extract cows.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they core out their rectums and drink the juices.
So I heard, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They never spill any.
No, I've seen many a cows being sucked up by purple tubes.
Yes.
But whatever they are.
Yeah. But, okay, do you believe there are aliens visiting this planet?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I believe there are aliens visiting this planet. Many of them. Maybe you're walking with one. Maybe you're sat next to one. Who knows? We're all aliens.
Maybe they've subcontracted out. I mean, they must
subcontractors.
I mean, they must be busy in America abducting 25% of the population. It's a pretty full-time job, isn't it? Really?
I think they're all in Egypt at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're coming up to 5 minutes to midnight.
Christ.
So we better wrap this up, I suppose. But it's been a good show. I've enjoyed it. It's been interesting.
It's
been
demanding
questions. Interesting. And I think we've tried to cover what most people have been asking in channel. If we haven't, apologise. You can always come on and ask next week and demand we answer it, and we will try. So we don't know whether we will see Dr. P.I. Staker back here anytime soon. So if he wants to come back, he's more than welcome. But just in case we don't see him for a little while, you know, savour the moment. And thanks very much for Dr. P.I. Staker coming in.
Thank you all.
Thank you for doing the formations you've done, or not done, as the case may be, over the years.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. So
God bless.
Thank you. I take full credit. You are blessed, sir. Yes, no. I'll get fucking wrapped for that one, won't I? Right. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'd like to see you next week. We're going to bring this really good stuff that you're going to just... Not that this hasn't been a good show tonight, but we're going to bring you some really good stuff. You want to be careful, just in case the camera flips back to you by mistake. He's taking his gear off. I'm not very good with the buttons sometimes. So we're going to bring this stuff to you. You will like it. I'm very confident you will like something that's going to be done on this show that's very different. And, you know, we're all for different, so tune in soon. We'll be on next week. We're thinking of taking the time down to 8 o'clock start, and then finishing maybe by about 10 o'clock, and potentially running over till 11 o'clock. If you think that's a good idea, chat to us about it in channel. And don't forget, you can email us during the week if you want to on the address is given out on CirclemakersTV.org, the website. So thanks very much, everybody, and I guess that's it. So it's time to go to bed, and hope you don't have any bad dreams, courtesy of us. So thanks a lot. Catch you next week.
Bye.